All right, everybody. It's not too. It's never too late. We are live.
Well,
is it too late?
It's too late to show it privately.
Well,
so.
whoa! What a way to
in Discord.
What a way to start an episode. It's too late to show it privately. I don't think people even know what the hell we're talking about. But
It's too late for
It's fun
Louisa.
that way.
hi, everybody. How's it going? Happy Friday, and welcome to your weekly fun session of horror and dementia. Not dementia. Dementia is just me losing my mind.
Dementedness?
Dementedness, yes. Dementia, I'm sure, means dementedness in some dimension. Okay. Anyway, I'm done.
Let it go, Matt.
I'm letting it go.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, welcome back to Ravenloft Domains of Dread. We're up to our 54th episode, and I have officially run out of titles for episodes because I've run out of Taroka deck cards.
Oops.
Oops. That's okay. I have an idea, which I think I've expressed to you folks, that we're going to, like all tarot,
Invert them?
we're going to invert them. So, like,
Yes.
55 onward will be the same tarot cards, but they will be, or Taroka cards, they will just be inverted. So, like, for example, tonight's episode is called The Wizard, for what reason you will soon hopefully find out. And then, everything from here on out will be inverted. I think that'd be kind of cool. Hopefully I can get through another 54 episodes.
If you...
If we're going for another
we should-
54,
I don't even
no
know.
worries.
I don't even
We
know.
should,
You
we
guys
should
stretch it out.
crowdsource new boons and banes for the inverted tarot cards so they can keep going.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
That's
If
a
you
great
comment.
idea.
If you want to send me the list, I can piddle around with that.
Send you the list? You mean share
Like-
with you all the awful things that may happen?
That have already happened to us?
Oh, that have already happened? I'll give you that.
Yeah, because we've used...
Well, here's the thing.
I thought we had been through all the common Taroka.
So,
No, we've been through the high Taroka.
very much no.
Oh, I thought we got through all the common Taroka.
Yes, you have not. There have not been enough common Taroka pulls from our lovely audience to have gone through all the common Taroka.
Oh, we've just
deck.
only gone through all the high. Oh, okay.
and
well,
and
I'm good
many
with
of
that.
which you guys have declined. The common ones like have been presented to some of you, and you guys have been just like, no, not gonna happen.
There's what's that one that, like, just we can't get anyone to take it because I was out of gold for such a long time and it keeps coming
it's
back
the
to
one,
more
it's the one that cycles your money.
Yeah.
Yes.
It turns copper,
Yeah.
like gold into copper, and
Yeah.
copper into silver, and silver into gold. It's amazing.
Whatever that one is, that
think
one
that's
just
called-
keeps coming back.
I think that's
Like,
called the tax collector. I think if I'm a
That makes
I feel
sense.
like we need to just go to someone and just exchange a bunch of gold pieces for a bunch of copper pieces. So when it comes back up again, bam, lots of money.
Listen, it's basically
bada bing, bada boom.
it's
I think it's
Ravenloftian
come
roulette.
to. I also think it's come
Yeah.
to Moynot twice, and Moynot gives
Yeah.
zero shits about money.
Yeah.
So
no,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, why
just
not?
she's
twice.
right back
Why?
into the deck.
Broke Lisa once. Yeah, broke Lisa.
Please.
Yeah, took all your money.
I didn't take all of her. Did I take all of her money?
You absolutely
Yeah.
did take all of her money to give her
I'm sorry.
the staff.
cursed
I mean,
gauntlet.
this is also
No,
a
it was the-
relatively
it was
low
the
money
fucking
campaign.
gauntlet.
I
Yeah.
don't have that much
Yeah,
money. To
no,
begin
there's
with.
no reason. I mean, guys aren't going
Yeah.
into shops and shit and buying like horrible, because most of the shit you'd be buying, like, oh, look at that. It looks like a doll with a face on it that looks like mine. I'll buy that
Yeah,
one.
I have one of
Why
those.
does that have a face
Yeah.
that looks like
I still
mine?
have that with me.
Nice.
You know that like
I
gif
love
of
that
like
Amnestria still is the creepy Amnestria doll.
that gif of Toy Story where Woody is standing next to Buzz and he's going like, and he's just showing his hand and he's like, and usually there's a meme of like fucks none everywhere. Usually in Ravenloft it's just like except instead of that meme it's Louisa with her arm around Amnestria and just like cursed items everywhere. Everywhere. Let me tell you about cursed items. I got a
feel
lot
like
of them.
Unless I'm
Yeah.
breaking into an apothecary shop and stealing potions, I mean,
That's
You need to hit a much more valuable shop next time.
I think that's something for a Mysterite to figure out.
I mean,
that was
probably
that was
knows
also
that meme
Moynot
and then-
stealing useful things.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Like, doesn't
Amnestria
care
can
about
never go
money.
home again anyway, so it's fine.
Oh, I was there too. I was the one holding the bag, being
Yep.
like, just take a shelf
Throw
and
it
like
all in.
shove it in. It's
Shing,
fine.
yes.
Or you guys can go into a variety of cities and go like wandering out into the night and be, almost
Arrested by vampires.
either arrested by vampires or
Kidnapped.
kidnapped by serial killers.
Mauled by your burble friend.
Yep.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. This is good.
Oh man, I started watching Mindhunter this week and haven't slept. So
Is that true crime? Is that a true crime thing?
it's by like the show. It's actually the show is a David Fincher thing, but it's based on the guy that like kind of, I guess, invented true crime because he was like an FBI profiler that started going to like serial killers that they had caught and being like, just help us understand you. Hey,
Wow.
And so
This is
it's
giving me
based
ideas.
It's based on that guy, and it's frightening
Let me get
a little bit.
I think we have room for another arc. What do you guys think? After Moynat's arc, we'll go into like the serial
Yes.
killer arc.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Sarah and I already have
Well,
experience with a show about the Manson family, so
Mhm.
To be fair, no one's found
Actually,
out
I was
what
never
Jenny
in that.
did
But
I wasn't in it either, but we were around for it.
true.
Okay. Are we ready to get back into the shit? I mean,
Yes.
the story.
Well,
Sorry.
No, it's the shit.
It's the shit.
We're in the shit.
We're
Yeah.
kind of in
Yeah.
the shit.
Yeah.
It can be two things can be true at the same time.
That's true. You guys are the shit, and you're in the shit. So
We're in
Yeah.
the shit. 3 of us are in the soup right now.
Yep. This is
Just keep swimming.
just keep swimming. Now,
Just keep drowning.
a note for our viewers that may be catching up right now: Louisa and it has been separated from Muadnhait, Mikmick, and Amnestria. So we may see certain portions of tonight's episode where Louisa is just like chilling out, just listening in, and there will be portions of tonight's
Entertain me.
episode where Louisa will be, spotlight on her, and Muadnhait, Mikmick, and Amnestria will be just like, I wonder what's happening over there as players. But we'll be blissfully unaware unless you find some way of like mind melding or communicating with her that you will be non-communicative. God, that's a long word.
Incommunicado.
Sure, if you want to go Italian. Yes, 100% with each other. So that was just a note in case you guys were wondering, like, why are they not all 4 together? This is the first time they haven't really been. Actually, we've done that before. Where like Mikmick was in the serial killer's house and Sarah was in
And I was in
jail.
jail.
Yeah. So we've done that before, but just not for like
Yeah.
long periods of
It
time.
wasn't at the start of a session, though, Matt.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So with that said, let's get back into it, where we can find out what happened previously on Ravenloft, Domains of Dread. You have all sailed out through the Sea of Storms, assigned to investigate the creation of what seems to be a new version of the apparatus. The ship that you sailed out on was sunk, having been set upon by fearsome creatures of the deep. You were unfortunately stranded on a piece of this ship, but were picked up by a much larger vessel, and stranger vessel only hours later, and this ship was commanded by the mysterious and beautiful Captain Pietra Van Rees, who allowed you to join her crew, gave you dry clothing, and invited you to dinner. Although some of you took part in the repast, ate and drank, some of you chose not to, not being one of them, who also began a drinking contest attempting to charm, shall we call it, the alluring Captain Van Rees. But, unfortunately, ended up failing at her attempt. As you all stumbled into bed after what seemed to be a long night, Muadnhait surmised that something was off. And as she walked up on deck, she determined that the ship was not heading towards your intended designed destination, thank you. Delagia, the island of Delagia. At which point, on learning this, a horrible creature crawled down the mast and leaped at her with vicious claws and a horrible snaking tongue. The entire ship was indeed infected with undead creatures, including the captain herself. Finding yourselves outnumbered and somewhat outmatched, you made a desperate gamble, which was that Amnestria was to challenge the Dark Lord to a one-on-one duel with no interference from any of you, the rest of you, or Captain Van Reese's crew of ghouls and ghosts and bloated, horrible undead. And although Amnestria put up a valiant fight, pulling out every trick in the book to deal massive damage to the undead sea captain, she was bested and came within inches of another, perhaps final, demise. But moments from having her heart ripped from her body, she misty-stepped off the ship into the cold black water, whilst her companions dove off it to defend her. In a last-ditch effort to save Amnestria, Louisa positioned herself in front of the whirling, anchored chains of Van Rees and was whipped upward into the ship itself as the vessel gleamed with green flame and then disappeared. Louisa was now the prisoner of Captain Van Rees, as in a separate scene we saw her tied to a post with flowers of wolfbane fastened to her body in the hopes that it would prevent her transformation into a loup-garou. In that scene, we also learned that someone or something named Verindus would actually be the one to claim Louisa's heart one night hence. Now, miles from shore, the other three of you, having very little knowledge of Louisa's location, you find yourselves swimming slowly towards a craggy, rock-covered island surrounded in mist. And as the gibbous moon, almost full now, glows in the night sky, you see an expansive beach of slate-gray sand and the ruins of 2 shipwrecks. All along the beach, even at this distance, you can see the forms of figures roaming about in the mists, their moans carrying on the wind before disappearing. And through these mists, into the jungled forests beyond the beach, you can also make out the shape of a massive stone spire towards the back center of the island, perhaps a couple of miles inland. So, before we make it to the island, the three of you are, in fact, swimming there. Let's take a second to check in with these three, at least, shall we? It is in the ocean. So you are all three paddling your way through the dark waters. The sound of seabirds, which hover around the beaches in the middle of the night, even at this distance. What are you guys thinking of? What are you guys doing?
Well, there goes my luck. Been on 2 ships in the past day, and we've both fallen off them. I don't think I should get on boats anymore. What'd you say, Moynard?
To be fair, we did jump from the second. Moynard is just kind of looking around, sort of trying to get her bearings, see how deep the water is under them, how soon it becomes shallow where these ships are wrecked. She says, "Excuse me for a moment." And she's going to dive down under the water and just kind of swim around and try to get a better idea of the lay of land and sea where they are.
Okay. You dive down. The water is very dark, but even here you can still see pretty decently.
I got devil sight,
exactly, 120 feet. So you can see that the The coral reefs have sort of given way to a gray silt that is perhaps 30 feet or 40 feet deep at this point. There are small fish at even this time of the night who are sort of moving in schools through the ocean water, not paying attention to what has just occurred, it seems, with this enormous ship disappearing perhaps only 20 or 30 minutes ago. What is it that you're trying to ascertain specifically?
Well, I saw those moaning creatures on the shore. Do I see any bodies amongst these shipwrecks?
From the distance at which you're at, which is maybe 500 feet away, bodies? No, you don't see any bodies.
Oh, we're still really far from
You
shore.
guys are about 500 feet from shore. The
Okay,
shore is very long. It's perhaps 5 or 6 miles long.
Well, because we saw those creatures on shore, that's why I wondered if we could, but we can't see the shipwrecks.
You can see
underwater
the shipwreck, like half of the shipwreck.
Okay.
I would say you could probably see half of the nearest shipwreck to you. You see, it's very large, but the great majority of it is still on land. Maybe just the aft portion of the ship has sunk to the bottom of the ocean, perhaps northeast of you a little bit.
I want to swim towards it. I'm just trying to get a better idea of what's happening here.
How close do you want to get?
I've got 120 feet of double side, so I'll get about 100 feet out.
Okay. You get within about 100 feet or so. You do see that the shipwreck is quite large. You see that as I said, the great majority of the ship sort of has beached on land and has broken basically the whole ship in two. That the aft and the fore part of the ship are essentially cracked like a giant egg.
Titanic style, I got it.
Uh-huh. I'll never let go. Sorry.
At this point, do I see
And
any
then let go.
bodies?
Do you see any bodies?
Rex not here.
You don't see any bodies in the water, no.
That is very unusual. And I will swim back to the others.
Yeah, when you swim back, you can definitely see
yeah.
Amnestria like struggling to like keep herself above the waves.
Well, I was thinking that Mikmick would probably, well, we're not down searching underwater. Mikmick will be helping out Amnestria and just helping her keep above water. And possibly even doing a cure wounds just to top her up a little bit. Because I think she's pretty low.
I'm pretty fucked, yes.
She is at 16 out of 83 hit points.
Yes. So we'll do a quick cure wounds using my free cast. Cure wounds. There you go, another 9 hit points here.
Amnestria just sort of pants as she's trying to swim and just like, thank you.
You took a big hit there. And that coming from me, I know what big hits feel like. Knocks the shit out of you. But I've got you so far. As long as we can get to the shore, we'll be alright. So just don't pass out on me.
I'll try.
And Mikmick will help Amnestria back to the shore, swimming as best he can.
Moynot swims back to meet them for as far as they've made it, and she resurfaces and she says, well, there are 2 shipwrecks over there, but I don't see any corpses in the water, which I must admit I find somewhat troubling. The way those ships have been destroyed, there should be hundreds of dead sailors at the bottom of the sea.
Is it
Can you see
possible that
the-
maybe Pietra took them? To serve on
If
her
she
ship?
was responsible for the wreck, but we did see figures moving on shore. Something tells me that this is every bit as strange as what we just encountered on the captain's ship. And we still don't know where they've taken the drunken one, but if these individuals are of a similar like, perhaps. Perhaps they know. It could be of assistance.
Though, speaking of that, why not? I know that you have the ability to, like, talk directly to my mind, even over long distances. Maybe you can do that with Louisa. Maybe she knows where she is.
I do have a sending spell, yes. But it only gives her one chance to respond to me.
Amnestria is going to sort of like let go with one of her hands off of Mikmick and just sort of weakly like point in a direction, be like, she's there.
Excuse
out
me,
there.
she's where?
Amnestria points in the direction of the island, almost compass straight to that large spire towards the back of the island.
How do you know that?
When I fought her, when she transformed, I marked her so I could find her in case she ran.
And that lasts forever.
It lasts until I choose to use it on someone else. Or something else.
Well, that is quite useful.
Must have known something in Amnestria.
Very well, then. Why not going to look around for a piece of driftwood. Or a piece of broken shipwreck nearby. Something that floats.
Sure, perception check. How big a piece
I
are
help with that?
you? How big a piece are you
Something
looking for?
something that Amnestria can use as a flotation device and kick her legs so she doesn't frickin' drown.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Can I help with that check?
Sure. I'll give you advantage, why not? This was
I got a 15.
Okay. Well, I'll
Unless
let
you
you
want
do
me
it
to roll
again.
again.
Yeah, roll it again, and we'll only take the first roll.
Alright, sounds good.
Okay, so
13,
it's still 15.
so still a 15.
I'd say that you think you see some pieces of driftwood that are sort of closer to this ship, but they're still pretty far off. They're maybe 100 or so feet off.
I'll be back, and she'll dive down under the water and swim over to grab it.
Okay. Please roll a 1d20.
Oh boy.
I think Amnestria's still
8.
got water breathing.
No, I don't.
Why not? You swim easily through the water. The water seems murkier here. For some reason, it's just harder to see. It's like there's a film almost over your eyes as you swim towards this shipwreck. What that is, you're not quite sure. Something that, being who you are and being the experience that you've had, you are able, obviously, to breathe water, but you're also able to almost, like, discern if water is tainted by man or other things, shall we say, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to say that that's the case, just because, although we've never really given you that power, I'd say that's just part of who you used to be. I think that this is an indication that the area in which you are now swimming has been sort of tainted by something very, very foul.
She kind of like spits a little bit underwater, and as she surfaces at the log, will sort of like spit for a few minutes and kind of just wipe her face.
Okay. Moynat, please make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Nice.
19.
You sort of
Okay,
feel
good.
this weird sort of shiver go through you for a second. Something you've never really felt before when swimming through this muck left behind either by other peoples or other things within the ocean. Sort of give it a sort of almost a second thought as to what that could be, but it doesn't seem to affect you anymore.
All right, I'm going to grab the log and start dragging it back to where Amnestria is currently swimming. As I'm doing so, I want to pay attention to when I leave the area of contamination.
Yeah, you leave it about So let's say 150 feet. You swam in to get this piece of driftwood. You leave it about 50 feet closer to your compatriots.
Okay, so once I'm clear of it, I'm going to pause for a moment and sort of duck back in the water and look back to see if I can sort of see where it begins, if there's an edge to it.
Yeah, you do definitely see this sort of like lightish green tint to the water. You can only see it because the moon light is just casting a pall through the ocean waves. But you're able to see it. It's almost like there is some kind of an aura within the water itself.
All right. I'm going to swim back with the rest of the way with the log and sort of push it towards Amnestria and say, hang on to this and kick with your feet. It'll keep you from going under.
All right.
There's also something wrong with the water over that way. I think you should let me take the lead, and I'll see if I can get us around it.
Well, I mean, why not? You're more comfortable in the ocean than I think both of us are combined. So please, lead the way.
So, folks, here's what I'm going to do. We've never done this before on Slices and Dices, at least not in my current memory. I'm going to bring you guys to a map that is not a battle map or a country map. It is a map that is a hex map.
Oh, well then.
Oh, what?
It's a hex map. I know I'm breaking the square convention, but whatever. It's cool. I'm like that. I just break things when I want to. Let me go ahead and move you guys.
He do what he wants.
I do what I want. Let me move you guys to the map. Hopefully you guys can see because I did have dynamic lighting on it for reasons that you will see.
Oh, interesting.
So
I can see a tiny strip
you
with
will.
a Ouija board.
That is correct. The Ouija board is a marker of your party. That is the placement of your party. Each hex is approximately I'm going to say 100 meters or thereabouts. Well, I'm not going to go like into specific detail. As we travel through this particular island, assuming that you want to stay, you will move through various hexes. As you approach hexes in which you will have 0 visibility or thereabouts, you will need to make a survival check. If the survival check, and it's only going to be by one person, not a group check, so you guys got to pick wisely who has the best survival skill. If you succeed on your survival check, you will go in the direction in which you would like to go. If not, then you will go in a separate direction within, within the confines of that hex. So the hex is surrounded by
6
other options, and so I'll just roll a d6 and see which direction you end up going.
Cool. So even if we fail, there's a chance we might go in the right direction.
There is a chance you may go in the right direction. That's correct.
Okay.
So you're saying there's a chance.
I'm saying there's a chance.
Is this yellow the edge of the island?
Oh, let me show chat. I haven't shown chat yet. I beg your pardon, chat. There we go. So the yellow is the beach.
Yes, okay.
And beyond the jungle forest. This here, which I'm pinging on the map, is the closest shipwreck to you.
Okay.
There is another shipwreck here further to the east.
So this is the gross water.
That is correct.
Okay. Then I would like to lead us directly forward here, skirting the edges of the nasty water.
Okay. Make a perception check, please, as you move sort of closer to the beach.
21.
Moynot, as the mist thins and you're able to sort of see the beach a little better, you see that 100 feet away from you on a separate part of the beach to the west, there are shambling through the beach sand, horribly deformed and or rotted creatures that are moaning and shambling, clearly the bones shown through their skin just literally falling off in sloughs. They are some kind of horrible undead monstrosities.
They're like here.
Yes. That's
Okay, we're
correct.
not going that way. We're going this way.
Okay. I would assume, even with 100 feet, well, actually, sense-wise, let's see. Do these creatures have dark vision? I don't believe.
I would
that they
also
do.
I
Let me
would
check.
also say to the others, we should go quietly. There's something over there.
I want to see if they have dark vision, and if so, you will need to make some kind of a stealth roll.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Oh no! Oh, we let's recap, of course, for poor Amnestria, for the viewers who may not necessarily be
Oh, that's
remembering
right.
that Amnestria has
Yeah.
3 levels of exhaustion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made a mistake, but
Okay,
it was,
so I would say it's likely that you think that most, if not all, undead creatures have some kind of extrasensory ability, since they mostly occur at night, mostly. And so stealth would be to your advantage. Yes. I heard an so I wasn't sure.
Oh, sorry, I had a thought on that actually. Louisa gave me that stealth powder, didn't she? That's
what?
Probably
Did you
the
say
stealth
stealth?
powder?
Oh, I thought you said stealth butter. I'm like, what is
No,
stealth?
stealth butter.
powder.
I
Stealth.
can't believe it's not butter.
Stealth butter.
I can't see it's not butter.
Stealth powder. I don't know. Did Louisa give her the stealth powder? You would have it on your character sheet.
Oh, I didn't add it, unfortunately, but I'm pretty sure she offered it to me.
I did offer it to you. I think it's still with me though, because I mark off everything that I give away or make a note, and it's still highlighted on my sheet. So
Fair
Maybe it was
enough.
offered, and at another time you
Sadly.
said you were
I
going
think
to take
yes,
it.
it was offered and I didn't take it.
Well,
yeah,
That would have
sorry.
been super useful for me to
maybe if
have
it
right
was
now.
stealth butter, you would have taken it.
Hmm?
That's all I can
Now
say.
we know.
Yeah.
Or stealth cheese.
Stealth cheese.
I'd be happy to retcon it, but
I don't think I
we'll
have
be fine.
anything
Sorry.
to help her. I do not. I mean, I can give her. I can.
I'm just
Actually-
gonna stumble through the sands.
Well, no. I will look over and. I will look over and say, "Be quiet. You're tired. It shouldn't be that difficult. You can do it." And I'll give her a bardic inspiration on this stealth roll.
Very cool.
I'm just going to crawl on the ground if that's okay.
All
All
right.
right, I'll go first. 15.
Okay, 15.
Okay. $11.
And 11.
I love that I'm.
Oh my god!
Yeah, go me.
Yeah, way to pull up the average.
yeah.
So that is a group success.
Yay.
You didn't even have to use the bardic inspiration.
I feel like I just she
You
tells
got it
me
for
I should
10
be
minutes?
quiet, and I just sort of muster just my resolve on needing to get to Louisa and just take a deep breath and just sort of slowly but surely just move forward as quietly as possible.
All right.
She remembers her training.
Remember your training.
Yeah,
And so-
I'm remembering my training.
I'm going to put you on that hex.
You're just quieter when you're only one person instead of 3, or however many people you are.
And
All right.
remember, Mikmick
well,
is
you
wearing
never
plate
know.
armor, so
Between here and the ship, you don't see any undead. Where do you guys want to go next? The jungle forest canopy is quite tall. It's perhaps 20, 25 feet tall with these trees. So it's up to you as to which direction you'd like to go. Oh, that's an important note. Timing-wise, right? It is, I think we said it was like the middle of the night, right? And that Louisa would be dealt with, shall we call it, 1 night hence. So We're literally going to do a hex crawl with hours. If you're in the jungle, it's going to take an hour to go through one hex. And if you're on the beach, you can go 2 hexes within 1 hour.
Takes 30 minutes to go 100 feet?
Okay, I'll give it more. Fine. I mean, through the jungle. Through the jungle,
Through
I
the
would
jungle,
say.
through the jungle, okay, fine. If it's like crazy dense jungle with no paths
It
on
is.
it,
There's
okay.
definitely no paths. I would say, you know what? I'll make it easier. If you want to go on the beach, it's 3 hexes in an hour.
All right.
I think that's
Question.
easier.
How many hours do we have?
Well,
24.
You have
24.
24 hours.
Well, I'm just wondering because Amnestria is really not in a good place.
Amnestria
and
needs a rest.
Totally
I need a
fair.
rest.
If you
If we
find
get
a
in
safe
combat, we are
place,
fucked.
if you
So-
find a safe place that you want to take a long rest, you're more than welcome to take your 8 hours long rest right there.
Let's go. Moina kind of looks around and not seeing any creatures in the vicinity of the closest shipwreck. She looks at bedraggled Amnestria and says, we may be able to find some refuge there, and we also might have a better idea of what happened here if we go take a look.
Alright. That's fine, alright.
Well,
Alright,
Moina, you said you still had a sending spell, I think you said.
Yes.
I would at least let Louisa know that we are coming to get her. We know where she is.
But,
We'll just have to wait for a bit.
About that, I can sense her direction, but I don't know where she is.
Well, that's better than nothing.
Also, it is worth noting that if we take a rest, Ginnifer will probably come out, and I don't know if she can find Louisa.
How do you know she'll come out? If you don't look at anything reflective, she should stay put, yes?
Every time I rest, she comes out, so
Well, we'll just have to let her know she needs to go back. Or, I guess, does showing her a mirror do the same thing?
I have no idea.
Well,
Last time,
one other
back out.
one other
she-
thing.
Sir,
I remember the last time you tried to use sending. You said you did not get who you were trying to contact. You got someone else.
oh Christ, that was so long ago. Remind me what happened.
It was when you tried to contact Mikmick's family and you got shot.
Oh, that was a long time ago. Okay.
Yeah, no. It's just something to consider. That
That may have just been
Pietro
where we
might.
were. Might not, but you know.
But then again, that was when Moina was trying to send outside the domains of dread.
That's
But
fair.
when
Yeah,
she's been sending it inside the domains of
There are-
dread, it's
There
worked.
are many reasons why it may not have worked. It doesn't mean we shouldn't try, but I think we need to get you somewhere safe, and I'd really like to know what happened on that ship.
Well, I think we should maybe go to that ship and maybe make camp inside the ship. I think that'd probably be the best idea.
I
It's a
agree.
ship that probably can't sink any further.
Well, the edge that's on land isn't going anywhere. Let's make our way that way, see what we can find.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Find shelter, make camp.
And she's gonna look at Mikmick and say, keep an eye out for magic while we go.
I'll do my best.
Mikmick, could you I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Could you put this, and I'm going to hold up the wand of magic missiles on this, and I'm going to hold up my crossbow. Could you put them together so I could do it with one hand?
Oh, I actually have a tinker that I need Mikmick to do. Well, I need him to build me something.
I might as well have a shotgun attached to my crossbow. For the time being.
I could certainly try, but putting 2 infusions on the same weapon
No.
and have explosive
Tie them together, man.
consequences.
I think she just wants you to strap it on.
That's exactly.
I'll
That's
see what we can do, but
perfect.
I can't really do it while we're walking.
That's fair. I need to sit down.
So you guys make your way northeast towards this portion of the beach abutting the ship. You see that the ship itself is, at least the half that's on the beach, the prow of the ship, is badly damaged. There's a giant hole right in the side of the ship, which showcases the name of this vessel, and it's actually called the Frozen Friend, according to the name on this ship.
Yeah, reminds me of Louisa.
If you would like, you folks can make either a nature or a history check.
Only one of us or all of us?
Up to you. I don't care if you're interested in this ship at all.
I like to know stuff.
history.
I don't
No,
care
I'm
if
gonna
it's
make it
disadvantage.
I'm making a nature check.
Cool.
10.
Unfortunately, you don't know very much about this ship, other than
That's right.
it is beached.
Yes.
The ship, it is beached. Mikmick.
beach.
It is a beached ship.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know jack shit, Amnestria, other than it's a ship.
And then I'm exhausted.
Yeah, you're like, it's a boat. Mikmick, for some reason or another, you are kind of... Oh, I know why.
Frozen friend in
The
Lemuria?
Frozen Friend. Yes, you remember the name of this ship. You remember seeing it when you were in Lemuria. It is a whaling vessel.
What about the whaling vessel?
Whaling vessels are usually in much less temperate waters. How this ship got here, who knows?
This ship is a long way from home. It's an
So
old
we-
whaling ship.
Strange. But I suppose no stranger than anything else we've encountered on these waters.
Regardless, it's a good place for shelter.
I hope so.
Indeed. Well, shall we proceed?
Only way forwards.
It really isn't going to be.
You folks walk up stealthily towards the wreck of the ship, and the sort of the ocean wind makes very strange sort of moaning, howling noises from within the ship. You sort of hear it just whistling, almost like it's a giant wind instrument, or conch shell. You just hear like, and from within the ship, which is just broken, battered, literally turned upside down, you see a variety of barnacles, hanging seaweed that is ancient and crusted to the actual interior of the vessel.
Ships don't usually look like this unless they've been underwater for quite some time.
Yeah, maybe the currents are stronger here.
Perhaps. Well, we appear to be alone. We should take watches.
If it's alright by you, can I please take the last watch?
Of course.
Who takes first watch?
Mikmick will probably take first watch.
Actually, can Moy not take first watch? Because she would actually say, if you don't mind, tiny one, since you don't sleep, may I take the first watch, and is there something you could do for me?
I can
And
certainly try. What you need.
She holds out the black pearl gem of seeing, I believe is what it is. Yeah, the black pearl gem of seeing. Just, could you fashion some sort of strap so that when I'm using this, it can be held against my eye and I don't have to hold it in my hand?
That should be easy enough for me to do.
Thank you.
Maybe like an eye patch of some description?
Essentially, yes.
Yeah, shouldn't be very hard. I'll see if I can make it in a way that's not going to mess up your hair too much.
Moynard smiles when he says that.
That's sweet.
And then she will set up to take first watch.
Okay.
Matt, from a strictly like mechanical standpoint, I could have Mikmick like strap the wand of magic missiles to my crossbow, right?
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, I wanted to see if Mikmick could strap the wand of magic missiles to my crossbow, so I don't need to like
Strap
put it
the
away.
wand of magic missiles to your crossbow.
Yeah.
Kind of like an underslung grenade launcher,
Are you,
if you will.
What is this? Are you fucking Ripley now? What the fuck is happening?
I mean, logically, if you just get some rope and fucking tie it on there, I don't fire ammo with it. It fires magically, so it's not
you know
like
what?
interrupting my.
I don't.
shots.
As long as you're using it as an action, I don't give a fuck where you put it. You could put it like, attach
yeah,
it to
no,
your
no,
wrist or whatever.
I absolutely want to not like. I still have to. I just don't want to have to switch hands, basically.
I got it. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm more Grognardian DMs would probably. What the fuck is that? Would probably argue with me. That must have been the wind. Spoop accomplished. You're welcome. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, awesome. I'm gonna
Make
leave
it
my crossbow
kind of like a
magic.
hidden blade for Amnestria.
Yeah, Well, no, I do
Mikmick
actually want it on the
invents
hand crossbow.
fantasy duct tape and just duct tapes it on.
Fantasy duct tape for the win.
Yeah, I'll leave my hand crossbow and the wand of magic missiles with them so that I can
Works for me.
get some rest.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
anything anyone else want to do?
I
Okay.
just need
After
some
my
fucking sleep,
first
man.
watch, I'm going to sleep.
Okay. So, first watch. Please make a perception check.
Oh, dice. Please be kind. 14.
Okay. The first 4 hours of the night. Let's call it 12
2 hours.
Oh, that's right. 2 hours. Right. 2, 4, 6. The first 2 hours of the night proceed uneventfully.
Excellent. I poke Mikmick, I take my eye patch, and I go to sleep.
And we'll make his perception check, right?
That is correct.
For his watch.
Damn,
Mhm.
good.
Okay.
Nice.
Yes, your first two,
Oh,
second 2
shit.
hours.
I'm sorry. There was something I wanted to do before I went to sleep.
We can do it retroactively. What is it that you would like to do?
I wanted to do my sending to Louisa.
Ah, let's do it.
All right, so I have 25 words.
You sure do.
On the island, Amnestria can track you when she gets her strength back. What can you tell me about where you are?
Okay. Louisa, you hear these words in your head very clearly. You are still currently in a very dark cavernous space, some kind of a larger than, the average cell. I would say it's more like a cave, really, more than anything. Stone walls, large gated cell door, perhaps 50 feet from you. And it's only because the goggles are still on your head that you're able to see anything.
Okay. Do I reply aloud or in my head?
In your
with
head.
Sending? Okay, good. So
And you get 25 words.
Sure do.
okay. She will say, in a cave system. They're giving my heart to Verindus Nightfall. The moon is almost full.
Do you want to add anything?
Matt,
else to
how many?
You have 10 words
How
left.
many people? Yeah, how many people are around?
None.
Like, can I give them numbers, or how many people did I see?
You didn't see any people. You saw Captain Pietro Van Rees and a score, as in perhaps 20 to 40 or maybe even more, horrible, gibbering, frothing undead. 10 words left.
Undead
Awesome.
army with Pietra. And is there anything else that I can smell, I can see, any she's just kind of gonna
Not
she's
to be
still
meta,
strapped
you
down,
might
but-
want to tell us you're in a cell.
Yeah, I said in a cave system.
I know, but like the fact that
yeah.
there's a locked cell door in front of you.
Oh, okay.
Kind of thing.
The
6 words
other
left.
thing that might be important to notice is the wolfsbane.
Oh, yeah.
6 words.
In a
Does
cell
it to be a full sentence?
with Wolfsbane,
One
beware.
word. Perfect. In a cell with Wolfsbane, beware.
Yep.
Interesting.
Okay.
Moynat is going to keep all of this to herself because she knows if she tells Amnestria, they're going to take Louisa's heart. Amnestria will try to get up and move now. And she doesn't want that.
Fair.
Because we need her at full
Right.
strength. So
So that was
keeping
done.
this information to herself. That was done right before I went to sleep.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I gave you the name, right? I gave you the name, Verindus?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Verinda's Nightfall?
Nightfall, yeah.
Verinda's Nightfall.
No, sorry.
Oh,
Verindus.
sorry, Verindus, they're giving my heart to Verindus at Nightfall,
Yeah.
is
At
what...
Nightfall.
Yeah,
Okay.
is what she said. I was trying to give you the timeline and the...
Yes, got it. Okay.
I was trying to accomplish timeline, whereabouts, numbers, and I was trying to give you more, but I got out the Wolfsbane.
Thank you.
So,
You got
You
it out.
did.
You got out
Yes.
the salient details.
yeah.
I just figured it was also important for Amnestria to know that, since she is also inflicted with lycanthropy.
Yes.
Sure is.
I'm sure that won't have fun consequences later when the moon turns full.
That's what you got. One more night. It's cool. One night.
Actually, Ginnifer would be out, I think. So maybe it won't happen.
Also true, except we need the track.
I know. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
There's lots of potential branching timelines here. So let's move to the third of our 3 companions. Amnestria, you have taken a long rest, actually, because you wake up 4 hours later after your trance, which takes 4 hours, correct? And you've taken a long rest, so you only now have 2 levels of exhaustion.
Great.
Rather than
Am I still
3.
Amnestria?
You are not.
Okay, I figured.
Oh.
So
Amnestria has turned into...
But Ginnifer is not exhausted, so that's good.
Oh no, she is.
Yeah, that's unfortunately something that we've discerned, is that those kind of conditions stay.
Ah,
It's
damn.
an affliction of the body, unfortunately.
That is
'cause I
correct.
did a dumb thing.
Yep.
So
So,
she
Jennifer's
would have
gonna-
had water breathing cast on her then.
That's what I
It's also
said.
true.
I knew it! I was like, it's the body, come on. Anyway, I'm not there.
Jennifer's going
No,
to
you're
wake
not
up and feel like she's been hit by a goddamn boat. 'Cause that's
how many hit
sort of
points? Ginnifer has 84, right? 84 hit points?
what- no, Jennifer has the same hit points as Amnestria.
Which is, sorry, I don't remember.
97.
97. Boot.
Give her... Great. Jenny's going to wake up with a huge fucking migraine and look around and think, what in the heck? Why am I on a beach? I don't like this. Okay, yes, she's going to look around, sort of hold her head and...
Who wakes her up? I think it's Mikmick who wakes her up, right?
Yeah.
I would say so. Well, I mean, she comes out of her trance, so...
Yeah.
But yeah, Mikmick is probably just heading down to change over, if you will.
Yep. So you walk over to her, and the timbers of this overturned shipwreck are broken and battered. And sea foam is sort of collected and hardened into these horrible sort of shapes that look almost like dribbling vomit that's been just calcified. You see creatures squirming in and out of it. And that is when you see a sort of grayish mist begin to coagulate at the prow of the boat. It's sort of seeping in at the corners of the space, and it's sort of coming together in a single blob-like shape.
Oh, looks like we couldn't stay here forever. Oh, hi, Ginny. A lot has happened since you were last popped out. As you can probably feel.
You don't say. Okay, why do I feel like I've been... Ow.
Because you were kind of hit by an anchor. Well, Amnestria was. So that's probably why.
Of course.
And
Yes.
Amnestria tried to do a hero thing. And, well, picked a fight with a Dreadlord. So, yeah, it didn't work out well for her.
At the word Dreadlord of... And where's this Dreadlord now?
Currently captured Louisa.
It what?
They captured Louisa. And that's why we need Amnestria out. Amnestria knows the direction we need to go.
I see.
But at the moment we're all a little bit tapped out, so we're all having a bit of a long rest. I was just coming down to ask you to take over from Watch. But if you want, I can keep you company for another shift.
No, you need to rest. Louisa was taken, we need to... Why did it have to be the one who actually listened to me?
The thing is, Muadnhait needs another 6 hours. I only need 4. So I can stay with you for another 2.
Actually, Moynon only needs another 4 hours.
I thought you needed 8.
No, you only need to spend 6. It's an 8-hour long rest. You only have to spend 6 of them sleeping, though.
Ah, okay.
Fair.
That's how you're able to
was-
do watches and still get a long rest.
Exactly. And I think the key thing is they have to be in one clip, right? So you can't be like 2, off 2, and then like if you get an interrupted long rest, that's a problem. From what I remember reading in the Dungeon Master's Guide. Speaking of which, Muadnhait is asleep.
Mm-hmm.
That strange cloud of mist that has been seeping in at the corners of where the ship touches the water is sort of slowly moving towards Muadnhait. Just sort of, whether it be the atmospheric sort of ambiance, or if it's just a trick of the night air, this sea mist is sort of slowly moving towards Muadnhait's sleeping form.
Yep,
Going to-
I'm asleep. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm going to take off my battered jacket, like my cloak, my robe, just sort of swish it away a little bit,
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of...
Try to dissipate it.
It begins to dissipate a little bit. You see it sort of roiling in the air inside the ship. There's a very strange scent to it. It smells like sea air and something very old. Like an old... Like the inside of a tomb, almost.
Can I try to make any checks to discern what I think it could be from?
You could make an Arcana check, because it doesn't seem to be natural for sure.
Well, it's my patron coming to say hi, you guys.
Oh, of course it is. Well, Jenny does her best thinking, so since she has all her spell slots back, right?
Yeah.
Because she took her long rest. Yeah,
Sure did.
so I'm gonna use enhance ability on myself.
On yourself, yeah.
So I don't have disadvantage on this check.
Okay.
So I will use Fox's Cunning because
How
it gives
long
me
does
advantage on
enhance
it.
ability last? A few hours, right? Or
Just an hour.
Just an hour? Okay.
Just an hour, but I figure might as well try to figure something out about it. So Arcana check. Damn, yeah, only a 14.
You're not sure? I mean, listen, Ginnifer and Loria lived by the sea their whole lives. You didn't necessarily go diving into the deepest depths of the ocean, but you spent your time on board vessels, you've seen them from afar. You're not sure what this stuff is. It doesn't seem to be hostile, that's for sure, at least not yet. But it does seem to be taking a if it is in any way sentient, as it does seem to be, because it almost sort of, as you waft it away with your jacket, it almost sort of like recoils a little bit, and then sort of sinuously moves around you towards Muadnhait.
Can I mean, it's not a creature.
You're not
Can I
sure.
try to-
Something?
Well, can I try to cast message at it and be like, hello?
Okay. Is that all you say? Just hello?
What are you?
If it is a sentient creature, does not seem to respond, but moves around Muadnhait's body, through her hair and around her horns and over her face. You watch Muadnhait's chest up and down as she's sleeping. You see that she's actually sort of like inhaling it a little bit, and then exhaling it out of her mouth.
Could Mikmick go over to Muadnhait and grab the Eye of Seeing
Sure.
Good plan.
and use it?
So tell me what the Eye of Seeing does.
Gives you true
Well, I don't-
sight. Here, I will. There it is.
Interesting. Mikmick, when you put the Eye of Seeing to your eye and look at it, and then look at what?
Look at this mist.
You see a mottled, greenish blue-skinned hand that is quite large, perhaps 7 or 8 feet in width, just moving over Muadnhait's body, slowly sort of over it and around it. You see that the skin is covered with small suckers, especially in the palm area, and has long, pointed fingernails.
Now they have friends.
What do you see?
I can't describe it. I think it's something that knows Muadnhait.
You're a smart man. You can do it.
could I make an Arcana check or something to see if I can figure out if it is either her patron or the hag that cursed her?
That's gonna.
I don't think she.
First of all, I don't think you know very much about any of that because I don't think she's ever told you any of that.
I don't think she.
But
has, no.
one of the first games I actually found out that she was Hexblood. So I do know that she's
I did tell him
Hexblood.
I was cursed by a hag. This is true.
That is true. Being.
Well, that I was cursed, at least.
Yeah. It's probably come up in polite company that it was a hag, perhaps, at least from
that's
your
fair.
understanding.
Well, I know I've made an Arcana check to divulge that she is a Hexblood, so
Yeah.
Mikmick does
I
know
remember
she's a
that, yeah.
Hexblood, so...
I think that you haven't seen what it was that actually cursed her. All you know of is its type of
Yeah.
creature.
Yeah, I know what a Hexblood is, but don't know what's turned her into a Hexblood.
Yeah, I'm gonna make the DC on this one pretty high here, Mikmick. Not gonna lie.
Except that I have said that something did it to me. Like, I didn't do it of my own volition. That's kind of my whole driving force.
For certain.
Yeah.
So, what exactly are you trying to discern, Mikmick? You said you're doing an Arcana check, right?
Yes. Trying to
Okay.
discern if this is a patron checking up on their
So,
charge, or it's the person who cursed her.
can I help him with this?
How?
Well, I'm a fellow warlock.
Yeah.
I know a bit about patrons.
Sure. But it's not
And-
like this person has a wristband on them that says, I'm
Well,
Moynot's
no,
patron, look at me.
No, I know, but I'm curious if I can kind of gauge what he's seeing compared to what I've seen, compared to what I know about warlocks and magic of this ilk.
As much as I would like to say yes, I would like to say as well that nothing indicating what this creature is or does, besides the fact that it's hovering over Moynot in a somewhat luxurious way, indicates
Okay, can I
anything
make
that
this-
it could be a patron, it could not necessarily be.
Okay, could I make something more simple here? I'll simplify it.
I love simple.
He's wondering if this presence is a danger to Moynot.
Ah, that I can discern with certainly an insight check.
Okay. Not the best on insight, but we'll roll it anyway.
You asked me.
Yep, definitely not. the
You
best on
you can
insight.
draw your own conclusions from what it is that I've described.
And Mikmick will just say to her, Ginnifer, I don't know what it is, but it seems to be, I don't know, caressing, calming Moynot. I'm not entirely sure if I should trust it, though.
I think you need to get some sleep. That's what you need to do, and I am going to stay right here and watch her.
Okay,
Fair?
fair. I'll just be over here staring at a wall, thinking.
You do that. You do that.
And Mikmick goes and does exactly that, because
Um,
that's how he does long rests.
Question, Matt, actually.
These are my heroes right here.
So, a question regarding Ginnifer being a wizard. Would
Among
her
other
falling into
things,
the-
yeah.
Well, yes, but would her falling into the ocean have damaged her spellbook in any way, shape, or form?
Oh, I don't think that's the case.
No, they're magic. They
Yeah,
can't be damaged. That way.
It's most magic items cannot be damaged with your standard
Okay.
slashing, bludgeoning, drowning
Oh, no.
damage.
I just wasn't sure. Ginnifer actually is a specific kind of wizard that I could have gotten it back if it had been.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Okay, I just want to make sure it wasn't like waterlogged or damaged.
Nope,
or
you're
destroyed
good.
or something. Okay.
It's made of polyester and therefore is completely resistant to water.
Neoprene.
It's
I think I
exactly.
get a Sharpie and I start writing on it.
It's every wizard has a latex spell book and it's just like
Yeah.
Why is it sticky?
oh god.
No, let's be honest. Ginny's
The
probably
ectoplasm.
laminated every single page.
Yeah, yeah.
Ectoplasm from all the ghosts.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think I would have borrowed the Eye of Seeing just to try to, like, watch it, to maybe try to do some sketches in my notebook, to try to just, like, gauge at what I'm seeing and maybe try to understand a little bit more about it while I'm waiting for them to wake up.
It doesn't stick around for very long.
Okay.
Maybe only about 5 or 6 minutes, but then slowly seeps back into the waterlogged corners of the ship, which have been sunken into the silty, wet sand, which abuts into the ocean itself.
Now,
Okay.
do I experience anything while this is happening?
Oh, Sarah, you've asked me the right question so many times. You do. You do indeed. Here's what it is I think that you would... And this is an interaction, so this is not just me narration, you know?
Okay.
So, let me see if I can get some music. Yeah, this is good. Sure, why not? When you fall asleep, the sound of the wind and the sound of the waves, although somewhat soothing to you, fades from your hearing. Instead, you just feel relief. The events of the last day have been stressful, to say the least. And it is with great, I don't want to say joy, because your experience of joy is very different from perhaps your compatriots, but certainly lightheartedness that you are able to finally relax your muscles and lie down on the wet sand, closest to what you know as your home in the waves. When you... Is it that you open your eyes, you're not sure, but when you find that you have something, it is that sort of meets your vision. Whether this is real or not, you're not sure. Whether this is a dream or not, you're not sure. You see a vast cityscape. Normally you would think to yourself that you've seen cities before on land. But this is a city beneath the waves. It is towering with huge pillars of coral, which have been fashioned in very strange and fantastic ways that make them seem like the arms of certain sea creatures in relief. Massive statues, massive potential even residences or houses, you believe them to be, all clustered in concentric circles around a dome of pure crystal, shining with an effervescent greenish light. All of these buildings you see, you've never seen or experienced before, Muadnhait, in your many, many years beneath the ocean. But you have heard of a place from which your kind and your ancestors came from, long, long before even you can remember. Populated with you could only dream of. What lies within the lost city of Shylot, as you remember it as being called. Something within that green dome reaches out to you. Perhaps not physically, but you feel pulled towards it. Like something or someone is calling to you.
I will swim towards it.
You look down towards your legs. They are fins again, as you've always expected them to be whilst in the water. You swim towards this massive beacon of greenish light, looking at all of these ancient ruined buildings of coral. And from within these cave holes, you see green eyes of various creatures, the likes of which you've never seen before. Multiple eyes, multiple limbs, claw-like pincers, tentacles, human-like faces like yours, but not necessarily exactly like them. Perhaps more piscine, to use a word, staring at you as you are the only one swimming towards this green dome of crystal. You come within perhaps 100 feet of it. There's no entrance, there's no door, there's no gate. It is just simply a dome of crystal. You can't even see what is shining within, that lets off this greenish effervescence.
Feeling drawn in this way, I continue swimming until I am sort of halted and floating face to face with this dome of crystal. And then, after a moment, not even sure if I've made the choice or not, I reach out and I touch it with my hand.
Okay. You touch this crystal dome, and you begin to see your hand change. Your hand always had a very small, very slight webbing between the fingers, but you begin to see your skin completely turn scaled, and the webs almost completely encompass the space between your fingers. Your fingers crack and shift, and you now see that the joints between the parts of your finger bones have actually increased in number. You now have multi-segmented fingers. Your hands begin to splay out. You now have multiple fingers growing out of the space where your wrist meets its thumb, and this change begins to flow down your arms, and it is not pleasant. It is a painful transformation that you are feeling now, Muadnhait. What do you do?
I pull my hand back and I sort of look around me to see if any of these creatures are watching this happen.
You see nothing behind you. You only feel their presence within the city. Your arms begin to change. The scales begin to flow down your forearms. Fins begin to sprout from your forearms. Painfully, so much so you begin to see the blood from where they have extruded begin to cloud into the water, and this change, this transformation has begun to affect you even more so. You begin to feel your ribs cracking and your back arching. The pain is intense. It's needles all through your whole body. You scream. Your body changes to the point where you feel like it's on fire, and as you arch backwards, your chin separates, and you feel massive teeth growing in the top and bottom rungs of your jaw, and you see your reflection in the green dome now. Your horns gone, floating in the space between you and this dome. And you just hear a voice, your transformation complete. It is a deep, almost commanding voice, different from the voice that you remember being the sound of the voice that came to you once you were in Barovia, the sound of the voice of your patron. This is not that creature. This is a more malevolent kind of voice. It only says 2 words to you before you wake up. It just says, "Welcome home." And then your eyes fly open. Amnestria and Mikmick, I guess Mikmick, you would be you would be coming to bed.
Jenny, yeah.
Yeah. So it would be not Amnestria, it would be Ginnifer, I beg your pardon. You would watch Muadnhait waken from this sleep.
Muadnhait sort of, her eyes just pop open and she sits up and immediately looks at her hands, and then from her hands to her arms, and you can see her slowly just taking stock of herself, kind of panicked at first, and then realizing that everything is as it should be. It kind of slows down. And the last thing that she touches are the horns on her head.
Bad dreams.
Yes. Yes, bad dreams. She just kind of settles and doesn't speak, but you can tell from the look on her face that she is shaken, but also somewhat perplexed.
Do you want me to leave you to your thoughts?
You may stay or go. I can think wherever you are. And she's almost sort of mumbling. She's sort of mumbling, like not mumbling, just like speaking quietly to herself. And you hear her say, "Said welcome home. That was not my home." And then wordlessly she stands up and sort of just begins to pace.
If there's nothing else, we'll do 2 things. We'll switch the scene to Louisa's particular convalescence. Although it's not necessarily convalescence, it's more just her stay at the Hotel California, I guess you would call it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing.
Doing her best
Her
as
captivity.
Captivity.
Yeah.
I love it. That's the first thing. Second thing is, of course, to welcome our awesome raiding group from Mates of Fate. Hey, everybody. Welcome, and thanks for hanging out with us.
I hope you get to see my horror show Nightmare. It was awesome.
I think they came in right in the middle.
Nice. Oh, that means they were there for the good part.
They were there for the good part. They may have influenced the good part. All right.
Really?
So, let's switch our scene, shall we? To a cave somewhere in a place that is not the beach, for sure. I would say, yeah, you are not sending yourself on a beach somewhere on a horribly doomed and drowned island. Instead, you are within as you called it, a system of caverns, chained to a 4-poster bed. Just kidding, a 4-poster.
I was like, well,
4-post. That's the thing. It's that kind of game that we play.
That kind of cavern.
yeah. It's like, oof.
Definitely some kind of a 4-post sort of crossbar where your arms and feet
Oh no.
are chained. right?
I'm sorry, is Megan on an Iron Maiden?
No, Iron Maiden is the thing where you have.
no, Iron Maiden is the spikes.
Yeah, it's the spiky thing.
A St. Christopher's cross.
Are you serious?
Whatever they
you
put
know all these
Theon
torture
on.
devices.
It's not a name.
It's whatever they put Theon on.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah,
in Game of Thrones. Yeah,
St. Andrew's Cross. JF Messon to the rescue.
St. Andrew's Cross. That's it. I had the wrong chain. There you go.
The fact that JF Messon knows torture devices that fast, I don't know if he checked Google.
Is unsurprising, really.
Oh no!
I'm gonna call it medieval knowledge.
There you go.
Everybody wishes they had the same medieval knowledge that JF Messon did. So, I'm just going to switch, since I don't have necessarily a map of this area, or if I did, I don't want you to see it. I'm just going to switch us all back to this area here. Louisa, you are in a space where you do hear the sort of crackle and shifting of movements, what you assume to be bodies or creatures beyond your vision.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know what it is that you want to do.
I think now that she knows the rest of her party is coming and that Muadnhait has made contact at least once, I think now her focus shifts to sort of like reconnaissance, like trying to gather any information that she can for if Muadnhait reaches out again.
Okay, so you want to sort of look around, listen around
Yeah.
your environs?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
See if there's just any other information that I can gather.
Perfect. Go ahead and make a perception check. This is,
Okay.
I guess, as we discussed, time, aligns up. So this was during that time that Muadnhait, Mikmick, and Amnestria / Ginnifer were doing their resting.
Yeah. So a 12.
A 12, yeah. With a 12, the goggles are still on your eyes. So you're able to look around your space. The space is about 50. It's an irregularly shaped space. It is definitely some kind of a natural cavern. About 50 feet wide, maybe 30 feet long. You do see that there are stone walls that befits a cave. But you also see that a portion of the space in which you are entrapped is made of stone bricks.
Okay. Do I see, because I assume that other than my goggles, because they were on my face, I assume I don't have any of my stuff. Do I see it
You do not
anywhere?
see your material possessions other than the goggles that are on your head.
Okay. Is there a guard with me, or?
No, they seem confident enough not to leave a guard with you. The door is just shut.
Okay. So then I think if she can't see anything, she can't figure anything out, I think then, just in case anyone is like scrying on her or anything like that, she's still gonna keep up the I'm scared shitless kind of demeanor that she's got going on, but I think her brain is just working overtime. And so is there anything I can do to try to get out of the chains without them knowing?
I would say, do you have any monk-like abilities that you have that would potentially aid you in this?
Let's see.
Okay, your wrist. Oh God, don't do that.
I mean,
At this level, you probably have quite a few different abilities, but
yeah, I've got a lot of abilities, but like not anything.
No, like freedom of movement type things.
No, I've got evasion. That's the only thing. But that's I'm not being attacked.
Yeah, I think it's a little late for that.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know, unless there's something, even deflect missiles, you have to like be attacked first. But hold on, let's look at the wording of unarmored movement. The ability to move across vertical surfaces and liquids. Okay, so no.
Don't see vertical surfaces or liquids being relevant here.
Nope. I was just hoping that maybe it would be like, and you're able to dislocate your thumbs and pop them back in.
You know what?
Afterwards.
Coming this fall from Wizards of the Coast.
The dislocate thumbs feet. The double jointed feet.
The double jointed feet. That would
We
be
call it the
amazing.
Houdini. Yeah, the Houdini feet.
I think there's something that's akin to that in Pathfinder that prevents you from being like essentially from being flat-footed or something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't play Pathfinder anymore, so I don't know what the fuck is going on with that game. But no, there's no feat that is a double jointed feat that would allow you to be easily unrestrainable or something like that.
Can I make a medicine check to dislocate my own thumbs to get them out, and then another medicine check to put them back?
I love that idea. That's a little rough.
Are you gonna have to do a stealth check to be quiet about it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you may make a lot of noise. Crack.
Oh God, damn it.
Here's what I'll do
It's
instead
more
for
of
you.
a subtle pop when you dislocate something.
Yeah. This is where I'm gonna go draw a next card. Because
Okay. Sure, no problem.
that stuff makes it's like nails on a chalkboard for me. No worries, I can keep it in. I instead will ask you a very simple question, which I think I know the answer, but I will ask it anyway. What is your passive perception?
19.
19.
Okay,
Cool. You hear scratching on the wall close to you where the cave wall meets stone bricks.
Okay.
Scratching is like something is digging through the stone bricks, or at least attempting to.
Louisa will just kind of whisper in that direction. Is there someone there?
The scratching stops, and I think you would probably hear let me think about this. You say this in common, right?
Yes.
I mean, that's the sort of first instinct, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You hear a sort of high-pitched voice say, "No."
I don't know who this is, but
I love this NPC already.
I know, right?
oh no, they're gonna go the way of Olaf.
Louisa says, "Oh, all right, then carry on."
You hear the scratching from the other side of the wall again. Little bits of stone are falling now on your side of the wall from where that scratching is occurring.
You're very talented.
The scratching stops.
Is this a trick?
No, I can't dig through stone walls.
You do not have fingers like I.
Are you trying to get in or out?
Out. Why would I want to get further in?
I don't know.
Who are you?
My name is Louisa.
Are you alive?
For now.
Can I trust you?
Probably. Can I trust you?
Yes.
Can I do an insight check?
Be my guest for that
On
one
the
word.
voice.
On
Yeah,
the one
on
word of the way he
yes.
said it. And the
Yeah.
timing around it and everything.
19?
Yeah, you feel like this guy or whatever it is that's sort of whispering through the wall.
Mm-hmm.
I think with a 19, you realize that he didn't really know how to answer that question very well. But if you're willing to trust him, he's willing to trust you.
I think chances of getting out might be higher with 2 people.
Yes. I think you may be able to help me with that.
You might have to help me first. I'm a little tied up.
You've been restrained somehow.
Yes.
Well, I'll need to get to where you are.
Ideally.
Might take a little time unless you can somehow help me.
I don't have magic.
Shame. I do. But it's no use here. They've taken my book.
What does your book look like? You might be able to get it back.
Big. Blue. Covered with gold leaves.
I'm a wizard.
Oh, very powerful wizard.
What's your name?
Migwin. Migwin.
Migwin. Where are you from? Migwin.
How do I know I can trust you?
Well, I'm the one that's tied up waiting for my heart to be sacrificed. So I think out of everyone else here, I'm probably your best bet.
You haven't seen any, small creatures running around where you are?
I look around. Have I seen any small creatures?
Nothing, just you.
No.
No one left then. The rat. Well, where am I from? I'm from a place called Ferisia. Where are you from?
You've never heard of Ferisia.
Okay. Lisa kind of thinks for a second and goes, from Dementlu?
Oh, I've heard of that place. Never been there myself. They
I
wouldn't
don't
accept
recommend
people
it.
like me, I think.
Yes, most everyone from there is unilaterally terrible.
I heard quite the opposite.
Oh?
Yes. I heard everyone there is very tall and beautiful.
Oh, well, that certainly is true, but the hearts are ugly.
Well, you can't judge a book by its cover, as they say.
It's true.
After all, you're never born with a name like Migwin the Mighty. You have to work for it.
What have you done that's so mighty?
I am a very powerful caster of spells, if you may know.
But you can't do it without your book.
That is correct, and my very special amulet, which they have also taken.
Yes, they've taken all of my possessions as well, except for the goggles. They seem really keen for me to be able to see what's going on.
What kind? You have goggles? What kind of goggles do you have?
No, I almost said night vision. I'm sorry.
Night vision goggles? Sam
Yeah.
Fisher. Yes, you are. Yeah. Ew.
They're repurposed from something called a doomseer lens.
Sounds intriguing. I'd love to get my hands on them. I mean,
I'm sure
simply
you
to
will.
look at, of course.
Of course.
Well, I'm going to keep digging here, and hopefully quietly enough that those horrible creatures won't notice.
I can help cover for you if you dig to me.
What do you intend to do to cover for me?
Make other noise?
Oh, be my guest. Make all the noise that you want. Scream, laugh, yell, sing, I don't care.
99 bottles of beer on the wall. 99.
Oh God. It's like a turn on dead spell. Like just like,
Oh shit.
not that. Anything but that. Ghouls just wither at the actual just repetitiveness. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would say an hour later, like 1 hour later, a chunk of stone.
27 bottles of beer
Exactly.
on the wall.
A chunk of stone falls down on your side. It's like probably a baseball-sized chunk of stone, just. And you see a small hand, 4 fingers, with purple scaled skin, sort of reach out and mess around with inside. Just realizing that it's gotten through to the other side, it withdraws.
I think I may have gotten through.
Yes, I think that's true. 26 bottles of beer on the
More scratching over the next couple minutes, more stone being sort of dispelled out of that hole. Expelled, not dispelled. Expelled out of that hole. And then perhaps 3 or 4 minutes later, the muzzle of a purple-scaled kobold slowly makes its way out of the hole. Brilliant eyes searching in your direction. Looking at you, you looking back at it.
Hello,
Migwin, I presume.
that is me. I am Migwin the Mighty. You are?
It's nice to meet you.
I never got your name.
I'm Louisa.
Pleasure. I don't believe you'll be able to fit through this hole.
No. Not yet.
Well.
Can you get me out of these, though? And she kind of points to the manacles.
Yes, that I believe I can at least attempt. And you see his fingernails go tink, and like they just grow a little bit in size. They're maybe about 2 or 3 inches
Yay,
long.
Thieves' tools fingers.
I've done this on a couple of occasions. My mother was quite a very interesting kobold. I am a kobold, in case you haven't noticed.
Yes.
I just happen to speak much better than 99% of my compatriots. It comes with the territory when you love reading.
Oh, I love reading. It's so wonderful.
Isn't it, though? That's where I got the natural talent for wizardry, of course.
I spent my entire childhood in a library. It was amazing.
Yes. I was always told from birth that I would never be a good enough wizard, that I wasn't meant for it, just by who I was. But nevertheless, I persisted, and here I am. You hear him sort of scrabbling out of the hole. You should not just hear him, but you see him scrabbling out of the hole with your glasses. And then he unceremoniously sort of jumps up onto the crossbar, and then he says, "Just hold still, I'm sure. Just be very, very quiet." And then he digs his fingernail into the lock and attempts to do a a dexterity check. He's got a +4 4 to dexterity. Awesome.
Nice.
I believe in you.
Nixie wizard.
And he got a natural 1.
Oh God damn it!
Breaks one of his nails off with the launch.
So the nail slips and he just goes right into your wrist. He's like, oh my, oh God. Just bite down on your lip. It will make it feel much, much better. I apologize profusely.
It's fine.
I can try again.
Yes.
Shing pulls out his third finger. Like twice as long as the second finger. He's like, now just hold still.
Oh God.
And tries again. The DC is going to be a little bit higher. Come on, Migwin, for God's sake.
Come on, buddy.
Okay,
is there anything I can do to help?
Oh, no, that's okay.
Okay.
It hit the DC on the nose. It's a 14.
Okay.
So, yeah, you just hear kink as your right arm, and then I'm going to say it for the left arm. Both of them are now free.
Great. Are my feet also tied or manacled?
They were. I'm going to say that,
Okay,
one by one
cool.
he goes through, one. I'm not going to make a single roll for each arm or leg. That's ridiculous. So, yeah, I say that with that, you are now free from your grappled condition and are unrestrained.
Right. Thank you. I should tell you this now, because we're on the same side. If the moon comes out, run away from me.
Is there? I understand human women are kind of, strange like that, but is there a reason?
Louisa takes the wolfsbane off of her, off from around her neck and hangs it on the cross thingy and is like,
Well, they tried to have that control me, so what does that tell you?
I don't even know what those are. What are those things?
That's something called wolfsbane.
Oh, yes. I am familiar with it, although I have never seen it in my studies. Just from illustrations and drawings. But now that I've come face to face with these interesting herbivorous things, I am quite aware of what they are. They are quite a deadly poison, actually. Aconite.
Yes. And
What?
some people are more susceptible to it in certain forms than others.
I don't quite understand. You'd have to distill it to make it into aconite and then poison, Why would they just drip these quite pungent flowers around your
Because I'm a werewolf.
His eyes balloon in size and says,
I don't know if my letting you go was a good idea. I honestly don't. I think that...
Listen.
and he starts to back away towards the wall.
Listen. As long as I look like this, you're perfectly fine. I didn't have to tell you that I was a werewolf. I'm trying to warn you so that if we get out of here and strange things start to happen because the moon is full, you know to run away from me.
The moon is full. The moon is full right now. I haven't been outside for a long time, perhaps several days. I don't know if I am quite safe at this moment in time speaking to you. I feel like perhaps... and he's just takes one of his scaled feet and puts it back in the hole. He's like, I'll be on the other side of that wall. I don't know if I'm...
Migwin, if it was going to happen, it would have already happened. Because it's, nighttime right now. So we're safe for the moment. All right? And again, if you'd like to get out of here, I think we need to be working together on this.
I see.
Make a persuasion check.
okay.
This is beautiful.
Persuasion.
Oh, fuck me with a wooden spoon.
Balls.
Well,
He just looks at you and
Can
goes,
I help via telepathy?
Yeah.
oh shit.
He says, I'll tell you what, Miss Louisa. If the time comes where you transform, whenever that may be, I hope you don't mind if I simply run in the opposite direction.
No, I don't mind at all. In fact, that's what I'm trying to tell you to do.
I don't know when that's going to be, so if I tend to take a bit of a distance from you, just as a precaution, as we do whatever is necessary to escape the foul clutches of these horrible creatures, I hope you don't mind. It's no offense to you.
No, none taken. None taken, I promise. But thank you for setting me free. Now, we have to try to figure out a way out of here. You've been here. You didn't know it was a full moon. How long have you been here?
As I said, several days. My compatriots, most of them died on the trip here. They are all, they were all taken, of course, by that horrid woman and her army of undead creatures. And since that time, several of us have been taken one by one out of our cells, and I'm seemingly the only one left. I guess they just don't feel that I'm quite worth it, whatever that means.
That was for saving you for last.
You know, you don't have to say everything that comes into your mind right off the bat. It just makes it worse.
Yes, I can see how that might have been disconcerting. Apologies.
Yes, it was.
What I'm trying to say is, you've been here the longest. So do you know their patterns? Do you know do they bring meals at a certain time? Is it always 2 people? Is it always 1? Do they open the gates at any point?
They have only opened the gates when they want to take one of us out, and when they come, they have come in a group of 2. I think that there was a group of 3 of these horrible creatures, and they come. They don't come in any particular pattern. I know that every time they do come, that she's with them.
Okay, so she always comes. All right, that's a problem. All right, where was the last place you saw your book?
I believe it's in one of the adjoining rooms to my. And he points to the hole. It shouldn't be too far, I believe.
Right.
That and my amulet, of course. Yes.
Yes, your book and your amulet. Yes, of course. Okay, of course. Can you, using your fingernails, can you open this door?
He sort of looks down towards the gate and says,
I could try.
and he will sneak towards the door.
Okay.
There we go. Stealth check. And he got a non-natural 20.
Yes.
Disappears into the shadows, and you watch him sort of move towards the gate. And then you just hear... And he will again use a a sleight of hand check to see if he can use his fingernail to open this particular gate.
Okay.
There we go. And he rolled an 8. You just hear... Blast! I like that now. I don't believe that will work anymore with this one. And he holds up, and of his 4 claws, he only has 3 claws left.
Okay.
No.
He has 2 hands.
Can I
Listen.
Can I reach his broken nail from
Yeah.
where it fell?
Yeah. Pick it up off the
Alright.
floor. It's about 2.5 inches long.
What if I hold this one and you try with one of the others and we work together?
That's a brilliant idea. I never thought about that. Usually when it comes to opening doors, one person is enough.
Doors are hard.
I have always said that. Doors are usually the worst thing in any place.
It's true.
Yes. Very well. Shall we?
Let's shall.
Okay.
So-
You could make a stealth check as well, Louisa, because you are being quiet, I assume.
yes.
Cool.
All right. Stealth.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Clink, clink, as you attempt to sort of open the door from one end and he from the other. He's like, you're being very, very loud. You need to stop. You hear... coming down from the hallway. What is that?
Finger.
Is that you doing?
I go back.
Oh, you get back
I
on
go
the
back.
thing?
He
He watches you run back to the crosspost, and he's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?"
There's someone coming. I'm getting back in place so I can touch them.
like,
You just hear a sort of sloughing, gurgling sound, and this absolutely horrendous, bulbous-fleshed creature with like a huge hump of barnacles on its back comes just slouching towards the door. You watch as Migwin just collapses in on himself into the shadows and disappears.
okay, that's good. 18 bottles of beer on the wall. 18 bottles of beer. I need a drink. This is very stressful. Yes.
Seawater
are you-
just falls out of its mouth.
Not that kind of drink. Where's my stuff? If you're going to sacrifice my heart tomorrow night, then the least you could do is get a woman a drink.
It just
first.
turns away in the middle of your sentence.
You are rude. I'm giving this establishment a very poor review when I get back to Demetlu. No one will ever visit. You'll have no hearts for anyone ever again.
It's just, it moves away into the darkness.
Sure.
Megwin
Sure.
goes, you just hear his voice and two green eyes peering from the shadows, and he goes,
That was very strange.
Oh, people really hate it when women get hysterical. So I just... I find it makes people uncomfortable, so I just lean into that a lot.
I don't know why. We kobolds never have that problem, ever.
You have different gifts.
Yes, usually surviving for more than 11 days is a gift. Most of us don't last that long.
and if you get that joke, then I like you very much.
It's my favorite episode. So, so yeah.
11 days!
11 days! It's so good. Oh, Spurt. R.I.P. Anyhow.
I want to actually, you know what? I'm gonna bring because we're almost at break. I want to bring everybody to a scene, but that scene is just it actually is not the island scene. It's just the scene where we normally see the four of you. But I want to give you art. I want to give you art for Migwin.
Yes. Oh, show me my little buddy.
Oh, wow, you guys always fashion these like strong connections to these NPCs, especially the little ones. It's always the little ones.
I mean, Cape's fine. Don't say that. You know, we keep them alive mostly.
Mostly.
We do our best.
Rip Olaf. Here we go. Here's Migwin. He's a little small.
He's so
comparatively.
cute.
But I will. First, I'm going to do is I'm going to just
They can pick her back.
I'm going to embiggen him to your hopefully to your joy and delight. There you go. This is embiggened.
Again, he's
I
adorable.
love him.
I love him.
I love how
He's
the
so
tongue's
cute.
just sticking out.
Oh, let me embiggen him for
Yay.
chat. I'm going to embiggen him for
Yes.
chat because I am not.
He's so precious.
There we go. There he is.
I love how his tongue's just lolling out a little bit.
He's just like
He's so cute.
Oh my god, I love him.
Yes.
Can we adopt him?
Yes.
New buddy? Don't die.
I need a new wizarding buddy.
So I think
But when Ginny's
get
not
the
around,
shutter
we
and
need another wizard.
too many wizards. One must die. Don't
you
I
touch
have a
him.
problem with that.
Don't you dare! I will die for
The
Migwin.
Migwin the Mighty.
I mean,
My new best friend.
If he dies, can I have his book?
Oh my god.
Well, it's not like
That's
Ginny's
what's really
singing
going
these
through
songs
Ginny.
other ways.
I think that's a good place to take our
Amazing.
break.
That's definitely a Ginny thought.
So,
Yeah, I should have it with-
yeah, I think.
I mean, I
Amazing.
personally am rooting for him to live, and
Sure,
I
sure you
think
are.
Jenny would like to have someone to trade spells with, but
Mhm.
I'm just saying if he dies, maybe.
I
have
mean,
his
I don't know
book.
where
That was a
I don't
very.
know where she's gonna go ink shopping, but okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't need ink. I can magically make ink.
Oh,
Right,
Oh,
magic.
you were scribes, was it?
okay.
Magic
Nice.
ink, that kind of wizard. All right, so yeah, I think that like as this horrible, monstrous zombie-like creature just shuffles away into the dark, Migwin looks at you and says,
I think we can give it another go.
Alright, let's try.
the two of you sort of collapse on the door, and I'm just gonna hand wave it because I don't want to fucking do another failed sleight of hand check. And you just, I guess we hear before we.
You are benevolent, DM.
I am a benevolent, kind DM in some cases. Just before we cut to commercial, so to speak, we just hear.
All right.
Little high five.
Yeah, exactly. All right, and that's where we're going to go to break. So we'll be back soon. I'm not going to give any time anywhere. Soon-ish is as good enough for me as it is for anybody else. Check out our awesome ads from our amazing sponsors, Chepeku Maps, Monument Sound, and Into the AM, their shirt of which I am wearing currently. You need to buy these shirts. They're so comfy, cozy, soft, and amazing for anything that you do. So yeah, we'll be back in some time. See you when we get back. Okay. Hey folks, welcome back. I hope that you guys like art, because we've got a new awesome piece of art to show you all. This piece of art was delivered to us here at Slices and Dices, and specifically to Megan, by the wonderful designs of our own Maeve Clymer. Maeve, you have the coolest art contacts. I know you didn't draw it, but you had the contact to get the art done and commissioned, which you did, and it is gorgeous, darling. It's gorgeous. That is Louisa as a loup-garou behind her, which is just great. I just fucking love it. She's got pants,
So good.
and she's got go fuck yourself too.
Yeah.
So now we've got art of Ginny and her darker side. We've got art of Louisa and her darker side.
Oh yeah.
It's the monster series.
Monster
Now we need
Mash.
need Moynant and her anglerfish form.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. And
I'm a little broke right now. I'm sorry.
You're
I was
fine.
not asking you
No,
to
I
buy
know.
me art.
there was art done at the end of our Dungeon of the Mad Mage campaign, which was done very, very well, which had all of our different characters in that game. Such a gorgeous piece of art. I still have it, and I actually have it printed out on very nice paper and put in a
need to
book.
figure out where that
over on my
went.
shelf. Oh, I
Wait,
still have
I've
it.
got a copy. Will you send that to me at some point? Because I know I saved it,
Absolutely.
but I don't remember where it went.
Yeah, no, it was really great art. I love, I mean, look, we all have visions of our characters in our own particular minds. Just to have art of your own, let's call them parts of your personality, because that's what characters are.
Yeah.
Just like made tangible. It is a joy in and of itself. So thank you, Maeve, for making this happen. And thank you, Megan, for making this character. And thank you,
love
me, for
her.
making her a werewolf. I mean, let me pat
Yeah.
myself on the back.
Yeah.
Making
Thanks,
us a werewolf.
everybody. We did it, team.
Yay! Virtual high five. All right, so let's continue on. So I've embiggened just a smidge, just so you all can see our favorite for now, Kobold Migwin the Mighty, right here, against all the four of you. So I will switch scenes yet again, because we've stopped that particular segment of the story, and I think we're going to come back to Amnestria and Mikmick after their long rest has completed. So I will sort of change our ambiance slightly, and just drop that and come back to the interior of the boat. Your long rest is completed. You've made some kind of communion with whatever kind of crazy, magical, pseudopod, whatever you want to call it. And
Not a fan.
not a fan. Not a fan. Don't blame you.
Just a quick question.
Boat's gonna get the same kind of review as that dungeon.
Yep. 0 out of 10. Do not recommend.
Yep. Don't blame you.
Sort of like as she's pacing to sort of soothe herself, Muadnhait is going to begin singing to herself, and I'm gonna do my thing where I roll a d8 and I get a 7.
Yeah.
And
You
she
had a
sings the tale of the beguiler. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take psychic damage equal to 2 rolls of your bardic inspiration die, and they are incapacitated until the end of its next turn.
Ooh, damn. That's hardcore.
Nice.
Thanks.
All right.
So I'll be hanging on to that because I'm sure it's going to come in handy at some point.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Since we all used the seeing eye, I noticed when Sarah put the description in, it has charges. Would
Yeah, is
those
it?
charges have been
I was
used
going to
up?
ask if it was Dawn. You guys would have used one.
Yep.
But it was still
Yeah.
active when Amnestria took it from you.
Yes.
Maybe if
Well,
it's
generally.
dawn, you need to roll for the wand. You get
Oh,
a d6 plus 1 charges, and it's got 1 charge right now.
Oh,
so.
one charge.
God, that's
Wow.
right.
That's
Sorry,
right. You
now-
used
Yeah.
all of them during that fight. Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah, all except 1.
All except one
but
because you
we
didn't want to
part-
blow
yeah.
up. I got it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I didn't
So-
roll because we only used 1 charge, so no matter what I rolled, I was going to get it back. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
because I'm
I
assuming
wouldn't
you don't
have
go
thought- why
over
not
the
use
number
it
of charges
earlier?
it
Right.
has.
You cannot.
No.
I hadn't used it. I think the last time I used it was when we were in the Nightmare Lands. I haven't used it. Oh no, wait! I did use it on the boat, and it wasn't taken off my
you
sheet.
did use
Okay,
it on the boat to check something.
all right. So I'll roll 1d3. 2. All right, so I have all my charges back anyway.
Cool.
Okay, cool.
I forgot for some reason. I guess when I used it on the boat, I forgot to take it down. So
No worries.
the wand of magic missile says 6 charges now. That's
Did you
Nice.
just say the wand of magic measles?
I said missiles, man.
I thought I heard magic measles.
No.
I like that. It
The
does
wand of
poison
magic measles.
Oh my god.
In Soviet, Ravenloft missiles get
I give you a small case of polio, you go away, alright?
But I use 5 charges, you get syphilis.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Also, Pat,
love it.
I did roll my d20. I got a 9 on my portent.
Thank you. 9 on your portent. Check.
And
Also,
just so you know,
for clarity, Amnestria handed me the wand and the crossbow last night, but then transferred over to Ginnifer. So would Mikmick still have the crossbow and the magic missile?
she's not holding it, so
Yeah, she's not
you
holding
would still
it.
have it,
Yep.
I believe.
I would say so.
Which means, yeah, just give it back to her when you see her next, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Which
Oh,
means I
that's
could
actually
give it to
really
Ginnifer.
bad.
Congratulations, you have a
Only has-
crossbow with magic missile duct taped to the site now.
Mick just looks down and goes, groovy. And then
It's mine now.
I don't have to reload it.
I mean, Ginnifer actually could use it, technically, so she's not
Sure.
going to, though.
Yeah, fair. Well, it's dawn.
Mhm.
It's a very sort of cold and clammy dawn on an island covered by sort of wilting jungle trees, and a horrid sense of just foreboding. There's no pleasantness to this jungle paradise, that's for sure.
Well, now that you're all sufficiently rested, I did make contact with Louisa last night, and it seems as though she's being held captive in a cave system somewhere, and well, they're going to sacrifice her heart to someone named Vrindas.
Nice
Or at
timing.
least he's coming
Jesus.
to take it.
Verindis. Ah!
Love it.
Frau
Love it when a
Blucher.
plan comes. Love it when a soundtrack comes.
When sound comes together.
Frau Blucher. Sorry.
Can I
didn't mean
make
to interrupt
any
you.
kind of check to see if I've heard that name before? I know they're still
Verindis,
good.
yes. Verindis, you can certainly make history checks.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm sure I haven't, but I'm gonna roll it anyway because it's fun to roll things you're bad at.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. Gambling.
Oh, why not?
Okay.
Apparently,
Louisa said it to me last night.
Mm-hmm. I think
Where the
that
hell is the history on list here?
I'll see how oh,
Ah,
geez, Ginnifer. Wow.
Oh, no.
She rolled a
Shit,
nat
22.
1, and
You
she
know
got
what
a
that means,
10.
huh?
Yes, I do. Go ahead. Tell me what happens.
Oh, well, let me roll.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
that's right. You get weird shit that happens when you roll a 1.
Yeah.
Let me find out what that is for you,
Yeah,
Matt.
could you please? Thank you.
Perceive another time or place around you until the end of your next turn. You are blinded to your actual surroundings.
For how long?
Also, for
Just a
6
turn.
seconds.
Just a
Just
turn?
a turn.
Okay.
So 6 seconds.
So, like, Amnestria, like, she hears the word Verindis. I'm sorry, Ginnifer hears the word Verindis, and you just watch her just go, God, and she just, like, grabs for her eyes as if something has, like, almost infected her, and you watch her eyes, like, roll up into their sockets. And she just sort of screeches and falls to her knees.
Oh boy.
I get to see a different time or place.
You get to see a different time or place. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You could give me some cool flavors.
Yes.
This could be so fun.
This is amazing. Yeah. So, memories of a
Juicy
past life,
flavor.
right? So to speak.
Basically. But it's not my past life necessarily.
No, that's true. In fact, it would definitely not be.
You see a tiny vision of Louisa high-fiving a small kobold.
No, I think it's much more insidious, unfortunately. That Amnestria,
Jenny.
Ginnifer, sorry, I see the name and I immediately, Ginnifer, your vision goes completely blank of your compatriots around you and of your environs, and you just see this brilliant green light that infects your eyes. It's like the most blinding green brilliance that you've ever seen. It feels like hundreds of nettles stinging the inside of your eye sockets. And you get this sort of awful, like, feeling that you're going to expel. And you do, and you watch as Ginnifer drops onto her knees, puts her hands straight onto the sand, and just vomits like 6 gallons of seawater.
Oh, God.
Just and you watch this sort of foam expels from her mouth, and you see that in the seawater are small creatures like prawns and sea dollars and starfish that sort of wriggle on the ground. And then and then Ginnifer's eyes just sort of roll back to where they were. She looks like she's a mess.
Ah, the God, that was awful.
What was that?
It's complicated.
Suffice it to say,
Really?
Ginnifer does not know anything about Verindis. But Moynat does.
Oddly enough.
I think
saw
it's
something.
that dream or vision or extrasensory out of body experience that you had last night, Moynat, triggers this name to come rolling up from the depths of your memory. With a 19, you know that the name Verindis has only been sort of whispered.
amongst your kind. In a sort of very legendary sense. That long before you or any of your kind had any memory at all of the world above or the world in which you currently inhabit, the world that you call home, there was a world from which all life of your kind and potentially of others germinated from. You have always been at least somewhat skeptical as to whether or not this place ever existed, this Shea Lot. But the name Virindus, you know, was the ruler of that place. Whether he, they, she, it existed is still up to your particular fancy.
As Moynot watches Ginnifer vomit up seawater full of small creatures, she kind of looks down and she picks up one of the starfish and sort of holds it in her hand and says, and as she's watching it, it's almost like she's talking to the starfish. She says, Lorendas. I had almost forgotten. I haven't heard that name in so long.
Oh, so you know who that is. Great.
Well, I know who it's supposed to be, but never thought they actually were. It was a legend, a fairy tale, you might say. The ruler of the place from which all life began, but it can't possibly be, can it? Is that what my sisters meant?
Oh,
They
Moynot,
said they
let's be
served
honest.
someone new.
Let's be honest, stranger things have happened. We've seen much stranger things so far. I mean, when we first got together, we came across a so-called dead guy that ended up killing most of us.
I don't really want to be reminded of that.
Just saying. There is a possibility, always is. So we
Yes.
better just
I-
be very
yeah.
careful.
This is not the time.
No, it's not.
I do not need a lecture in logic, tiny one. I am simply trying to piece together what exactly all of this is. The ship, captain. The strange words my sisters spoke to me in the deep. That awful dream.
Did it have something to do with a green light?
It was a green crystal. It was a dome, a city far in the depths that shouldn't exist, but perhaps does. That is the home of Virindus.
Well, it sounds like we need to stop Louisa from living there.
Yes. What I felt there was not right. This may be about more than just the drunken one. We should go. We only have until nightfall.
Which way?
Let's switch you guys to the hex map, shall we?
Why don't you ask your sister? She's the one who knows.
I guess it wouldn't hurt to try. Amnestria.
And while Amnestria is changing, Jimmy's changing back to Amnestria.
I don't know if she's
I
changing.
don't
I
think
think
she's
she's trying to
changing
talk to
back.
her.
I think she's trying to talk. Yeah, I think she's gonna try to.
Talk to Amnestria. Well, Mikmick will just go over to Muadnhait and just say, Muadnhait, just thought I'd let you know, last night when you were having a rest, a foggy kind of presence was hovering over you. I wasn't sure if it was something that you know about, but we let it be, and it just seemed to be watching over you during the night.
Well, it was certainly watching me.
I don't know if that was connected to what you
That
dreamt
dream
of.
you had.
It wouldn't surprise me if
It happens
Vrindis
again.
is real and is here. I don't know that there are limits to what they could do.
The reason why I ask is, if it happens again, do you want us to stop it?
To be honest, Tiny One, I don't think that you could. But thank you.
Always
Jenny's-
have to ask.
Jenny's just gonna cross her arms and be like, Amnestria.
No response.
As I thought. Well, she's not answering me. Not that she ever has, but
Well, I know that self-sacrifice isn't exactly in your wheelhouse, but if we're going to find Louisa before this thing comes for her heart, you may need to let your sister out.
Are you any good at surviving in the wilds?
probably better than Amnestria.
Well then, we'll just follow your lead. Because I think Amnestria did mention that bit
That
of
is
the
a
spy
Bad
is
idea.
where she was being held.
I am still
I-
very exhausted.
I have a +6 to survival.
Oh yeah, please
FYI.
freaking lead us. Please lead us. I now only have disadvantage, but I do not have a +6, so please
So,
for the love of God.
Before we make the roll, which direction of the 6 directions, northeast, northwest, southwest, southeast, and south, which one do you want to choose to go?
When Amnestria pointed last night, which way did she point?
She pointed towards the tower.
The tower.
Towards the tower?
I'm going to ping on the map where it is that you would assume the tower to be, based on
Okay.
on your current position, which is it's northwest of here, slightly.
Okay.
It's not like directly north. When you were in the water, it was, somewhat northwesterly position, so to speak.
All right.
But yeah, that's approximately where it is.
Well, then to start with, let's go to the space on the beach that we can see and then head due north of it.
Okay. So you want to go
Let's-
to the
Here first,
that spot there.
and then head this way.
Okay. So let me.
Oh, shit.
Oh, nope. That was not the case. Don't worry. Yeah, immediately.
I went,
Roll
oh,
initiative.
no. I was like, God damn it. I would have hoped you would say, are you sure you want to go there? You see monsters.
Migwin, it's just you
Okay.
and me now.
Roll initiative.
Oh God, really?
No, I'm just kidding.
I hate you.
I'm going to, however, reveal polygons.
The rest of that. Okay, there we go.
All right, so you're in that space, and then you want to go straight north. So make your
Yeah.
survival check, please.
Wait. So,
No.
question: you said that the jungle, it would take us an hour to move through
One
one
square.
hex.
Correct.
One
One
hex,
hex for the
What
jungle.
about moving into the hex? So, if we're in the hex now, is that still an hour?
Well, we're still on the beach.
Yeah,
so
you're
that was
still on
only
the
20
beach.
minutes.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's not a big deal.
Then, before Moynot moves
Yes.
and leads us, I'm going to once again cast Enhance Ability, and this time on Moynot, so you'll have advantage on your survival check.
Smart.
Nice.
Which ability are you enhancing?
The one that does wisdom.
Wisdom.
Matt. One sec. Look at the
Owl.
exact one. It is. Yeah, it's the owl one.
Owl's wisdom.
Owl's wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just advantage on all wisdom
It's
checks?
yes, for the next hour, as long as I
Nice.
concentrate on it,
Beautiful thing.
which should
Alrighty.
hopefully be 2 rolls.
All right. In we go. 16.
Okay. You do in fact seem to move in the appropriate northerly direction into the jungle.
Oh boy, we're in darkness.
You are in darkness because I have not yet opened up that
I know,
hex.
okay.
Okay. You're in darkness.
Friend.
You will.
Well, me and Moynot are fine.
Which piece of the Hunger Games pie did you just move into?
I know.
Like,
What is the clock about to strike?
exactly. A wave of blood flows down the
God.
Okay. So you guys move into a heavily forested area, but you can still hear the beach behind you as you move into the jungle. But it does get somewhat more, shall we say, noisy with the sound of animals of all kinds, the sound of dense foliage, sort of the trees creaking in the wind, etc. What I would like you to do is roll a d20, please. One of you, just one of you.
I got it. 11.
All right. You spend the first hour, which from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., just moving through the dense foliage of the jungle. You don't see anything, at least in your particular vantage point, that seems hostile or anything. You do see a variety of brightly colored birds alighting on various trees. These trees, of course, are very thick and have a sort of sinewy bark to them. Very, very stiff and very tough. No pathways, unfortunately, through the jungle that you can spot. So just moving through the jungle itself is really hard going, unfortunately. But you make it through without any event. Which
Alright.
direction would you like to go next?
Let's go northwest.
Northwest it is. Make me a survival check.
Which you should still have an advantage. Oh, fuck yeah!
Double nat 20s.
I guess you didn't need it.
Indeed, you didn't.
double nat
thank you for
20.
All right, one moment.
Find a cave troll and decide to follow it to its lair.
All right, I'm going to open that up. And I'm going to move your token.
Said these squares are 100 feet, Matt.
100 meters. 100 meters.
Oh, 100 meters.
Okay, that
never
makes
mind
a lot more sense.
Yeah, definitely not 100 feet.
then. Okay.
So you feel like you're about, through the jungle, you're about maybe a couple 100 meters away from this huge tower of stone. It doesn't seem to be like in any shape man-made from any any understanding of architecture that you can recollect. It definitely seems to be, created, certainly by someone, but not like, it doesn't look like a castle tower of any kind. It just looks like a tower made of stones, or maybe a single stone that's just absolutely colossal.
So I can see the tower from where we
Yeah,
are
you could
now,
see
or
it peeking up through the jungle. I mean, you could see it from where you were on the beach, but now that you're a little closer, you can sort of see it, every once in a while when the tree cover isn't so dense, you can see the edges of it.
Still appears to be to the northwest of us?
It still appears to be the more northwest. I'll ping it again on the map. It's more like, here-ish.
Okay.
But before you do anything, I'd like you to roll another d20. Or somebody.
Just somebody else take it this time.
I got it. 17.
There you go, 17.
Let me do something very quickly to see if what happens.
I feel like higher numbers are bad.
I don't know.
We'll find out. Maybe we'll find something valuable. I don't fucking know. That'd be nice.
You find go fuck yourself too.
Yeah, we find go fuck yourself too. Left in the jungle.
Because I've lost my second damn broom. I'm trying not to.
No, we find her first broom somehow magically transported to the jungle.
Someone roll me a d50, please.
Brad, you want to take this one? Or you want me to do it again?
I'll just type it in.
Yeah, let's take turns.
There you go. I like it.
See what my like's like. 36.
All right, give me one moment.
I hope this isn't how much damage we take.
You are attacked by 36 lightning bugs.
Branches fall, everyone dies.
This is 36 snakes.
36 drop bears, everyone dies.
I mean, if it's 36 snakes, I'm fireballing them. I don't even care. I'll burn this entire fucking island down.
Okay. Let me just do something quickly. As you are walking through this jungle area, you do happen to notice a couple things. Number one, the ground seems much more sort of slippery with mud in this area. So all of your movement in this area is done with difficult terrain. So you're just you're finding that your boots are sort of slick with mud and they're sticking in places. Unless you have anything to counteract that, like I said, your movements are certainly made with as if through difficult terrain.
No rangers in this party.
Unfortunately, not.
I'm just trying to
I don't
see
have
if
anything for difficult terrain, but I can't be knocked prone. So
that's totally fair. Understandable. Let me just check something here.
I don't think anything prepared. Oh, actually, wait. What's this do for me? No, I don't think this will help me.
She casts levitate. We tie a string to her and drag her like a balloon.
I mean, I could cast levitate, but that doesn't really help you.
I'm joking. We've already carried a character around like a balloon on this channel.
I remember I did art for it.
That's right.
Okay. Let me just check something here. All right. As you sort of find yourself in this, I guess you could call it a small clearing, you look up and you see that there are brilliant red and yellow and orange flowers all around you. There's like 30 of them. They're just all in different sections of this very muddy looking portion of the jungle, and they're all sort of leaning in towards the three of you.
I hate nature.
Wow.
That's almost as relatable as
I am getting strong carnivorous plant vibes right now. I don't know about the rest of you.
So you said they're above me, right?
They're sort of on areas of the ground that would angle them towards you, but yes, many of them are either at or higher than your level.
Okay.
As we look at these flowers, Mornat will say, "Those flowers are quite pretty, but often the most beautiful fish are the most dangerous. I suggest we stay clear."
I'm assuming you're including yourself with that.
Moinite kind of like gives him half a smile.
Mikmick called you pretty.
Sorry, Sindel called me a beautiful fish woman, so he already won that game.
All right. So
I'm definitely going to pick a path trying my best to avoid said flowers.
okay. I would say make another survival check.
Oh boy.
Well, we're still in the same square, so that would
Another
never mind
nat
then.
20.
Never
What the
fucking
fuck is
mind then.
what is
Come on.
happening? Like, what is going on here?
The
I don't
dice
know, but
are
I
being
like
nice
it.
to me now, so that when we get into combat
Make
later,
up
I'll
for the
flub
vote.
everything.
The funny thing is, this is Moinite we're talking about. Tracking on land.
Very
And
strange.
she's
Yeah,
getting
it's
those
really
high
weird.
survivals.
What is happening?
No,
She
man.
What
was,
is happening?
she was touched by a patron.
blame the hag.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the hag's preferred terrain, so
There you go.
that's why
Can you
she's
give her
getting
like a
high survivals,
lumberjack shirt and an axe and be like, "Follow me"?
Why not? Oh no.
No, absolutely not. Too
yeah.
baggy.
Yeah, it's way too baggy. You pick your way through these orange and red and yellow blossoms that, although you don't get too close to them, they sort of like lean in. They're very, very long. They're probably 5 or 6 long stalks. But you stay probably 10 or 15 feet from them, even though they
Stay
lean
away
in
from
towards you.
the danger petals.
The danger petals.
How about the rest of you?
I'm gonna fucking follow my knot. I still
Okay.
have disadvantage on fucking checks. I'm not gonna get
All
involved
right.
with this shit.
Yeah, no
Moinite
doubt.
seems to know where she's going, so
Yeah,
follow,
I will
follow
give you.
Louisa.
I will ask you to make a survival check with advantage because you're following the same path as Monat.
Okay.
Okay.
I get advantage even though I still have disadvantage on checks.
Oh, that's
So
right,
it would,
you do.
It would
That's-
even
so
out
it'll
your
be just
regular
a, yeah,
roll.
it's a wash.
Okay. I shouldn't have
You're
said anything,
suspended.
but
No, it's true.
yep, I'm fucked.
Oh, boy.
As I thought.
So you thought you saw the way that Moinat was walking. I mean, it was pretty clear, but the problem is that as Moinat walked, the mud filled in under her boot as she was walking, and so like you lost her trail. Oh god, then yeah, even worse. The fact that like she's got mud like up to her ankles, and then her footprint just disappeared, and then mud just filled in. And you're like, fuck. So you tried to pick your way around where she was, but next thing you know, there are 4 of these 3 flower fronds just like fucking right in front of it on the side of you. And they're all staring at you, if you want to call them staring. They're all like moving at you as if they were looking at you.
Can I do something?
Sure, what do you want to do?
Well, I've been watching these fronds.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast some darkness on myself, so this way here, I can't be seen. Hopefully,
Okay. So you cast darkness. What's the radius of your darkness spell?
the darkness spell is what's
30 feet, I believe.
30. I think you're right. Yeah.
Cool.
Let's see.
So you guys watch as Ginnifer envelops herself in a sphere of darkness, 30-foot
15
radius,
foot radius.
30 feet in diameter. Thank you. Disappears entirely. I would like you, Ginnifer, to make 1, 2, 3 saving throws. I'll tell you what they are. The first one is a strength saving throw.
God.
Oh, Jesus.
You find
Fucking hell.
that there is a horrendous sort of tightness as your arms are absolutely pinioned to you and you are unable to move and are grappled. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
You find that some kind of horrible acidic liquid is sprayed on you from some object in front of you, and then make a constitution saving throw.
Well, Ginnifer
So,
can see in the
question.
Oh, you can
actually.
see in the
Yeah, so
darkness?
I can see in the
Yeah.
darkness.
Superb.
So
and I can as well.
So I think as soon as I would be grabbed, I would
Yeah.
misty step out of it.
Okay. this all happens at once, right? These three things happen at the same time. So
You
you,
wanna
can Misty
contact
Step
yourself?
after the saving throws for sure.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, I mean it's
Oh
fine.
Jimmy's
my
having a fucking bad
God.
day.
No problem. So this is Jesus Christ. This is what happens. All right. So number one, you are covered with this sort of horrible orange corrosive sap, and you take 5 acid damage at the start of your turns. You find that your skin is absolutely burning. You're like, ah! You feel like your skin is sort of like almost rotting away. You when you Misty Step out, I'll explain what happens next. But as this third how shall I say, effect takes place, you feel a pinprick in your neck, and actually you would see this because you can see in the darkness. The yellow blossom sort of moves in an almost snake-like fashion, and something comes out of the middle of it, right into the middle of your neck, and your world spins. You are not immune to poison damage, correct?
I am absolutely not immune to poison.
Yeah, your world spins and you fall unconscious.
Oh, yay!
So you are unable to Misty Step.
Oh,
But because you fall
Great.
unconscious, your darkness spell disappears.
yeah.
Okay.
So you guys watch
So,
as Ginnifer,
I watched all this
Yeah,
happen. So which
100%.
color flower grappled her?
the red one.
Red flower grappled, orange flower spits acid goo, and yellow flower paralyzed?
That is correct.
Okay,
So
cool.
I'm going to go ahead and say, even though I don't have a map, it's time to roll initiative.
Yeah.
And you said I'm unconscious? Oh,
You are unconscious.
Well, actually, would that mean Amnestria would come out then?
Nope.
I guess.
Oh God, that's true because you're unconscious.
yeah.
Yeah, every time you're unconscious, Amnestria will come out, but she would also be
I,
unconscious.
think, I imagine it would.
My
imagine it would take a
God,
turn.
Sarah.
Damn,
So
what
should-
is
so
what is the
I don't
fucking
know, man.
deal,
The dice
Sarah?
like me right now.
Sarah, that's
I don't
3
know.
natural 20s
Fourth
in a row.
Do you
It's
know-
technically 4
question.
because I rolled doubles.
Okay, stop hacking the
That-
game, Sarah. Honestly.
No,
It's okay. The nat ones are coming. I feel it.
stop everything. Buy a lottery ticket right now.
Right?
I think
Exactly.
we just
I
need
mean,
to call the game for the night.
so-
Sarah needs to go win the Mega Millions.
I did buy a Mega Millions earlier today. So
Damn.
It's actually kind of funny. The last time this happened was when Amnestria was in her own little world.
Mhm.
Also, am I rolling initiative as Jenny or Amnestria?
Roll as Amnestria because this happened immediately, so there's literally no
Okay.
I'm
just
no
wondering,
change.
since Amy has a better modifier.
Yeah,
So
fair enough. All right, I'm gonna give you some fight music, even though I don't have a map. We're gonna do this theater of the mind.
fucking hell.
You still got a higher initiative than me
my
somehow.
God.
I don't know what the fuck is up with my rolls tonight.
All right,
You
let-
still got a higher initiative than me, even though you rolled in that one.
It makes sense. I'm unconscious. So
there you go.
let me
True.
just
It's
add some people. I'm gonna say Amy, and I'm gonna
I don't have
say
anything
why
that can
not?
wake her up.
I don't know how you're gonna manage that, but good luck.
Slapping vigorously.
I'm gonna
Also,
say
Mikmick has her crossbow, so
He
Mhm.
does, yeah, Mikmick.
that's why I didn't take it as
And
Jenny, because otherwise she'd never fucking
I'm
get
just gonna
attacked.
say flower. Add. All right, so there we go. Let me just open the turn order again one more time, and let me add the actual turn order.
I knew I should have fireballed this entire fucking
You
forest.
really should have, but that's okay. We're all learning. So yeah, let me check. Actually, Emmy already went. Moynot, you had a 23 initiative. Jesus.
Yes,
Mikmick
I
got a
did.
4, and let me roll for this thing. A 14.
Right down.
I was trying not to alert the world of our presence. I think
Well-
if the forest started burning down, it might be a sign.
Okay, Moynot, it is your turn.
All right, I'm grabbing ye old cursed rapier. Actually, no, I'm not. I am going to Eldritch Blast, starting with the flower that is grappling her. So that's a 19 to hit.
19
for 14
absolutely
damage.
hits.
14 damage. Is it still up?
For 14 damage, yeah, that flower
Yes.
dies, but there are 10 more
right.
left.
Okay, so next I'm going to go for the flower that poisoned her.
Okay,
21 to hit for 9 damage.
absolutely. That one does not die, but it looks extremely damaged from that hit.
All right, and then it's pretty beat up, so I want to shoot at Acid Goo Flower with a 13 to hit.
13 will hit.
For
They're
12
flowers.
damage.
12 damage. That one
Yeah.
destroys it. There's 8 left.
Okay, cool. So only poison flowers immediately left on her, and I'm gonna stay where I am, out of reach of flowers.
Okay, that's fair.
That is the, I believe, end of my turn. I can't think of anything I have as a bonus action I want to do right now. So
Okay, fair enough.
Matt?
Yes, Amnestria.
Is Amnestria not in the turn order? Because she's
I don't know
unconscious?
why. Let me re-put her back in the turn order here. Apologies.
That's okay.
You got a 7, right?
I got a 5.
5.
I rolled a nat 1.
Oh boy. All right, that might be why. Okay.
Oh boy. It just sounded so disappointed, Matt.
I did. I'm sorry. I need to contain my disappointment.
It's
All right. So we've got 8 of these flowers left. They will. I'm gonna pretend as if this was sort of like an oval-shaped arena for a moment. Say that Muadnhait is at the sort of northern end of it. That Amnestria, before Ginnifer, now Amnestria, is sort of like towards the center of this oval-shaped area. And Mikmick is at the southern end of it, yeah? Flowers are on the eastern and western areas of this oval-shaped area, of which there
there's
are
3 in the middle because that's where Amnestria is.
correct.
question, actually.
Yeah,
I was grappled, right?
you were grappled. Yeah,
If I'm
That flower's
Amnestria,
dead.
does my okay? I was gonna say, does the melty power work? Since they're grabbing me.
they're grabbing you on the legs, not skin to skin.
That's fair.
And I murdered the grapple flower, so you're still unconscious, but you're no longer grappled.
That is
What a
correct.
melt things.
Yep. Okay, so it's very strange as you watch you blast these flowers. Boom, boom, boom. The flowers themselves almost reflexively pull themselves out of the roots of the ground.
Shit, they can walk.
And they walk, but very slowly, only 5 feet in your direction. So there's like, most of them are still on the sort of northern edge, maybe 10, 15 feet away from you, Muadnhait. But
Okay.
3 or 4 are clustered around Amnestria, not damaging her in any way. And like 2 of them are walking towards Mikmick. But they spend their turn just dashing, so to speak, doing only their movement and then the action to move again, 10 feet of movement. But they don't seem to have any kind of ranged ability. It all seems to be specifically within 5 feet of distance. So that's their turn.
Okay.
Amnestria is unconscious. So unfortunately, we're going to have to move past her to Mikmick's turn.
That's okay.
Yeah. So, would I be able to get to Amnestria?
Yes, absolutely. The space is only about 30, 40 feet wide.
I just forgot about an ability, didn't I?
Happens to the best of us.
What do you want to do, Mikmick?
So, if I were to go over to Amnestria, could I shake her
I did.
out of
That's okay.
unconscious?
Can you go over and shake her out of unconsciousness? Yes.
Because I just checked. I have lesser restoration, but that's not unconscious.
Nope. That's for diseases and all that jazz.
Yeah,
But yeah, you can, as an action, shake her out.
yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. You walk over, you sort of scramble through the mud, and then just shaking Amnestria, no longer Ginnifer, into consciousness. I assume Amnestria's in the same state as she was before in terms of the coloration of her skin, hair, and dress.
Yeah, I think so right now.
Done. Okay. Yeah, you're back from outer space.
Just gonna.
Just walk in to find you with that sad look.
I knew it. As soon as I say it, it's like call and response. There we go.
Yeah.
So that is
We'll
Gloria
just-
Mikmick's turn.
Gaynor. How can you
flowers are
not?
attacking us.
All right.
Feel around for my crossbow.
Yeah, if that's your turn, we're back at the top of the
Mikmick
order.
will hand over the crossbow.
Beautiful. Muadnhait,
right.
back to you.
Crossbow, the one mentioned.
Eldritch Blast at the flowers closest to me.
There's
so
3
I'll
of them.
All right, so first flower closest to me, 22 to hit for
Absolutely.
13 force.
Blows it away.
All right, next flower closest to me, 25 to hit for 10 force.
does not destroy it, but damages it
Okay.
extremely.
Well, here's the
well.
thing I forgot that I could do last time. When I cast a spell through my spiritual focus that deals damage or heals, I can add a d6 to one damage roll.
Sure
so
can.
extra 4, 14 damage.
Yeah, that one, you find the extra oomph through your spiritual focus and position the beam in a
Toasty
way,
flower.
and it crumples and just falls to pieces.
And then last flower closest to me, 15 to hit for 8.
Okay, that one is not fully destroyed, but it is the only one left next to you.
All right. I'm going to move 10 feet so that it can't get into range of me on its next turn.
Works for me. Yeah, you're backing away from these strange, awful flowers.
I'm basically positioning myself so that I am 15 feet away from all flowers.
Understandable. Okay, there are 4 flowers, 2 of which are running towards, well, not running, but walking towards you, Mikmick, from the south. They do not get to you, but 2, the ones on the side, do. So it is their turn to attack you. They will do their multi-attack. So please make a... it says orange, then yellow, then red. All right. Orange Blossom, which is the dexterity saving throw. Please make it a dexterity saving throw. Okay. Yeah, you pass. This horrendous orange sap is spat on you from this flower that's closest to you. It begins to burn through your armor, but you do not take any damage this turn. You do notice, however, that the acid sap that is on Amnestria is still burning through her, actually, and you see that it's burning through her skin. So at the start of your turn, I forgot to do that and mention that, Amnestria, you actually do take 5 acid damage.
Good to know.
So you actually took 5 acid damage
I should be taking
at the beginning
10.
of your turn, so you should have taken 10 so far.
Okay, I can't see a token, so just keep track of it on my sheet.
Yeah, there's no token. There's no token. There's no token. We're doing this
Can
Teatro
do
del Mundo. All right, so that's the dexterity saving throw. Now it's time for the orange blossom. The orange blossom done. It's time for the the yellow blossom. Make a Constitution saving throw, please.
For Mikmick.
That's Mikmick, yeah. Yeah, make it no
Yeah,
problem.
nice.
This sort of orange head being done, the yellow one sneaks in and attempts to stab you in the neck with a sort of a needle-like pincer in the middle of its mouth. You are able to swat it away, and then the red one comes in and tries to snake around your ankles. It's going to make an attack roll. 17 to hit.
17 will miss. I'm in my plate armor.
Amazing. Yeah, you're able to easily dodge this particular thing swarming your legs. That's the first of the 2 flowers. Here we go with the second one. So we're going to go, again, dexterity save throw from this, for the sap.
Okay, dex save.
You make
18.
that one no problem. So your armor's taking the damage, not you. The orange blossom will now... Oh, sorry, the yellow blossom will now go. Make a Constitution saving throw again.
Constitution save.
Yep,
Nice.
absolutely no
Damn,
problem.
red.
And then the red blossom, a 10 will totally miss you. So all of these 2 flowers that coming in, encroaching on your position, will spit all their acid and try to swarm in your position and do absolutely nothing. But Amnestria is still unconscious and is
not.
her.
No. Yeah,
I've woken her up.
He smacked her awake.
Oh shit, that's right. But okay, so you're awake, but this acid is still burning your skin. It's now your turn.
How do I get it off?
You need to make a nature check.
A nature check, eh?
And I won't even ask you to make an action for it.
Fucking hell.
You have no idea. It's just burning, and it's like it hurts like fucking hell.
Well, shit, I'm just gonna deal with the problem now. I'm gonna just shoot the flowers.
Go ahead.
And I'm not at disadvantage anymore, so fuck you, flowers.
Do take 5 acid damage on your turn, though.
I've already...
So
This is
did
only
it
my
already.
second turn,
5,
though. I
10,
already did.
15. Right?
This is only your second turn.
It's only my second turn.
I thought it was your third turn.
No,
No.
second turn.
So the 5 was on the first. The 5 was right off the bat in that surprise round, right? When you fell, before you fell unconscious, right? And then you fell unconscious, we skipped your turn, we moved on, that was 2.
So that would be,
that'd
that
10.
was the 5.
And then the extra,
Okay.
that's 15 total.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. No worries.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack again.
Okay. So, sorry, 6 damage
Yeah.
to the one, I assume, next to you. Cool.
Mhm.
Next.
The one next to her is the one that I hit before, so is 6 enough to kill it?
I thought that was the one next to you, but I'll accept that. That's fine.
No, the one that I hit when I shot my first round of Eldritch Blast, I killed 2 next to Amnestria and wounded the 3rd.
Oh, I thought you were going for the ones that were nearest to you, Muadnhait. Apologies.
The first time,
Yes.
my first turn, I killed 2 and wounded 1, and then my second turn, near me, I killed 2 and wounded 1.
Oh, okay. If that's the case, then yes, that 6 does destroy one of the 3 nearest to Amnestria.
Does a 13 hit?
A 13 does hit.
11 damage.
Nice.
Oh, that second one absolutely obliterates the second one of the 3.
No, the 25.
And
No,
the third
25
one?
hits. Another 11.
So pew 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 pew. It's like a shooting gallery. You're just absolutely turning and shooting, and behind your back, RoboCop shooting, and these things are falling to pieces.
Great.
There's only 2 left.
Oh, well, shit. You know... Yeah, I think
Don't waste an action surge.
I'm not gonna waste an action surge as much as I really want to.
You're
that's-
gonna need it later when we
that's my
fight things worse than flowers.
Yeah, that's my turn. But can I move away?
Yeah, you
Is
can
there
move away. There's
something right next to
There's nothing near you.
Okay.
There are 10 feet from you.
Great. Then, yeah, I'll move towards my knot.
Cool. Mikmick, your turn.
Okay. So is the acid burning through his armor, or?
The acid is not burning through your armor, but it is burning
Okay.
through Amnestria's skin.
Okay, could I make a nature check to see if I could figure out how to
Yes.
nullify the acid? So nature?
Yes. Natural
yeah,
20.
guys.
Finally got an natural.
Absolutely.
All the fucking nat 20s!
Yeah, listen, it's your night. It's your night. Yeah, you know that this kind of acid is stuff that's very reminiscent of the kind of acid that you used when you were using it for alchemical purposes. And you knew that this particular corrosive material would be neutralized by just simple water. If you douse it with water, it will reduce the acid damage by 1 point per pint of flask of water used. So in order to completely douse it, you'd have to douse her 5 times with water
Okay.
as an action.
Okay.
Too bad
Let
no
me-
one has a create water
So
spell.
Mikmick will
No.
call out to Amnestria. Just cover yourself in water. That should take away the acid.
It's easier said than done, Mikmick.
And Mikmick will roll on his back into the mud to nullify the acid that is on his armor.
Sure, why not?
And he will look up at 2 flowers that are remaining, right?
Yes, there's 2 flowers left.
Okay. Then in that case, he'll... why not? He'll lightning lure one so he can get closer to it.
Okay. Lightning
Just
lure
get
away.
lightning lure.
Just doing it
Oh,
over here.
actually, can I do that? Because that's an action.
Yes, because you didn't use your action
Yeah.
for anything other than nothing. I mean, the nature
Yeah.
check was non-action.
Yeah, that's what I was just checking.
Mhm.
Nature wasn't...
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, just checking. Yay.
Nice.
18 lightning damage.
Okay.
Oh, it's dead.
I think it's probably
I think
even
it's
if it succeeds on the save, one of them dies. Actually, wait a minute. 18, yeah, 9, yeah, it was, yeah. One of them absolutely just you swing your lightning lure at it and it just vaporizes in midair. There's only one left.
Okay. That's my turn.
Why not?
Well, it's been working so far, so let's stick with everyone's favorite cantrip, Eldritch Blast, 22 to hit for 12 force damage.
Yeah, it explodes. There's nothing left. These flowers
Excellent.
are now just petals of the wind.
Oh,
All right.
idea.
However,
Actually.
Amnestria will take...
Idea, actually,
Yes, quickly.
regarding that. Can I Misty Step it away?
No.
Ah, well, shit.
You could just roll around in the mud. The mud is water.
Sure, I'll roll around in the mud.
Okay. Over time, Amnestria rolls in mud for like the next 15 seconds or so, and the water from the mud just neutralizing the acid and making horrible, brownish stains all over your armor and clothing. Mikmick's already also been rolling around in the mud to get rid of on his armor. So it's a very sort of Predator look that you both have, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, yeah, exactly. He doesn't see
Guys, our
it.
temperature.
So how much damage do I take rolling around?
Yeah, so
guess
over
my
time, right? Each round, so 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. That's how much damage. So 7 plus 3, it's 10 damage.
10 damage, okay.
But eventually,
Ow.
you are acid-free.
There you go. I clean up Amnestria with prestidigitation.
Amazing.
Amnestria is just going to try to, focus, calm down. She's trying not to get mad at this place. She's trying not to be... She has a goal, and her goal is to save Louisa, so... You guys kind of, see, her hair just shift back and forth between a couple different colors, and she's just trying to focus herself.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'll do it to her. I'll cast it twice. I'll do it to her and Mikmick.
Okay.
Because I can have more than one at a time.
Okay.
So they're
That's
both
fine.
clean now.
Hooray. No more muddy look.
You're technically still muddy, but it doesn't look like you're muddy anymore. So.
I agree. All right. So you've spent another hour. I think it's, let's see, 6, 7, 8. I think you're at the 9 o'clock hour now. Yeah, that makes sense. So it's the 9 o'clock.
AM or PM?
AM.
AM.
Definitely
Oh,
AM.
okay.
Oh,
I was like, oh god, I'm gonna have to.
actually, regarding...
Big win, it's you and me.
Regarding the phases of the moon, would
Mhm.
Amnestria have noticed how the moon looks at this point in time?
I mean, sometimes when you can see the moon in the morning from the night before, it's essentially in the same phase. It does take a little bit of time. Science facts here, folks. It takes a little bit of time to change phases. Usually, by the time that the sun is in full apex, you're not able to see the moon anymore.
Oh, my question is more of, would she realize that the moon's almost full?
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah.
Okay.
You saw it as this giant gibbous balloon last
How's
night.
she-
We saw
how's
we
she
saw it the
feeling
night
about
before.
that, I wonder.
How's she feeling?
Yeah.
Feeling
You
a
tell
little,
us?
little hungry.
Oh, great.
Okay.
We have to lock him back in this cell after this
I'm
fight.
just going
I
to
see.
try to focus. Why not?
Yes.
I don't want to alarm you, but you know as well as I do that Louisa bit me several times. You have a mirror still, right?
I believe Mikmick does.
Oh, good.
The tiny one does.
I don't know if that will work, but I feel it is within your best interest to not have me here when the moon comes out fully. I am feeling rather peckish.
Why did I know you were going to say that?
She just kind of
Why-
smiles teethily at
Why
Moynat.
not? Raises an eyebrow and says, well, it's still morning, but we'll keep that in mind.
Well, dealing with one werewolf is hard enough. 2 of them, I think you may be in trouble. Especially if I'm not here to stop her from killing you.
One crisis at a time, changeable one.
Very good. On the plus side, I feel like I can focus my shots a little better. Where's that damn captain?
I'm sure we'll find her soon enough. And Moynat is going to head due north.
Oh, actually, Matt,
Yes.
regarding travel,
Yes.
would we be slowed at all since Amnestria's speed is halved?
Slowed. Oh.
I didn't know, because she and Jenny can only move 15 feet.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. I didn't think about that.
I hate to
No,
just
no,
be
you're
that
you're
person,
bringing
but-
up a good point. Yeah, normal speed is half, and with your half speed, it would be So I'll tell you what. Instead of it being 9 a.m., I'd say it's 11 a.m. instead.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
No, it's
I do have
absolutely
2 levels of
valid.
exhaustion still.
You don't need to
It's fine.
apologize. It's just an additional 2 hours closer towards the moon. That's all.
Oh boy. All right.
So you're going towards
north,
the
please.
north. All right, make your survival check, please.
What time is moonrise?
Yeah, it's a very good question.
It's not even noon yet. Chill out, everybody.
Survival.
There it is. Thank you.
Okay. You do indeed.
Oh, I'm now disappointed that it's not a
It wasn't
nat
another nat
20.
20.
Still
Just proves
great,
that I'm not
but
hacking
now-
the RNG. It just
Yes.
likes me tonight.
That's cool.
Yes, good job.
I'm just gonna flip it around. All right, so you do go north. You now notice that the tower is closer to you, certainly by a couple hundred meters or so, and you are moving in the right direction. Let me just go ahead and change the map to illuminate that with a reveal.
Yay.
Like so,
Nice.
and then move that up to here.
I think it's Mikmick's turn to roll the d20.
Yes, please.
There you
16.
go, 16.
Okay. Mikmick, please roll me a d50.
Oh
God,
boy.
no fucking
God.
flowers.
No
Oh,
more
boy.
flowers.
I am shooting them on sight this time. I don't even fucking.
I know, right?
Amnestria wasn't there, but she was there enough to know that the flowers bit the shit out of her and poisoned her
Yep.
with acid. So fuck that.
One more than a d20 roll. 17.
Okay then. All right, super. So let me just check something out here. You hear the sound of a rushing waterfall and stream, which seems to indicate fresh water of some kind. Some kind of a path of streams that enter this particular area. You do see some colorful flowers, but they don't look exactly like the fronds that you saw before. And there is, in
pretty
fact,
flowers?
some kind. Definitely not. And there is some kind of I would say more like a sort of a pathway that you've just stumbled upon. It seems to be more like a dirt road than anything else. You do, in fact, see that the trees here are quite voluminous and large, and yeah, you sort of stop by this pathway with fresh water, sort of fountaining out of a large waterfall.
Is this dirt road heading in the direction we want to go?
I mean, it goes in a north-southerly direction. You're not sure if it would end up
North southerly, what?
Meaning it goes from north. It goes north south.
Did I say that?
No,
I think
but-
north-southerly.
Yeah, you said north southerly.
I said what?
You said north southerly.
Yeah, north-southerly.
In other words, the road runs
I-
from north to south.
Did I say something weird?
No, it's
It was a strange way to say it, but it's fine.
Yeah.
North-southerly. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Okay,
So-
guys.
Not north to south.
Donald Southerly. That's the way it is. It's absolutely the right way to say it.
Is there anything here that seems as though it wants to kill us?
Great question. Make a perception check, Moynot.
What the fuck?
20.
So you look around in the trees, and looking down on you from 3 trees somewhat close to you are several large, hunched figures, all grasping the trees with heavily muscled, white-furred limbs.
Are these fucking relic sloths?
No, they're not relic sloths. Relic sloths are
Okay.
huge.
Yes.
These creatures aren't huge, but they're very large. They're twice the size of a man, that's for certain.
Ooh.
And they have white fur on their arms, all 2 sets of their arms
Oh no.
and their legs. They're grasping the trees, and their hand basically encompasses the entire diameter of the tree trunk. And it looks down on the 3 of you, as well as the other 2 of these creatures, under a gleaming, a set of 2 gleaming reddish eyes that are hidden under a protruding gray-skinned brow.
I wonder if they're friendly.
Yikes.
It sort of looks down and
Highly doubt it.
moves its neck in a sort of strange, almost ursine way, like staring at you sideways. It just goes.
I recommend we don't walk directly beneath them.
The other 2.
Let's try to give them a wide berth. We continue on our way.
They jump at you. Let's roll
Damn it.
initiative.
Of course.
Boy.
Of course, Matt.
Zoinks.
Here we go again.
There we go. See, I told you they had to come eventually.
There we are.
Cal.
Oh no. You stop.
I don't know what's up with tonight.
Oh, shit.
It makes thematic
Oh.
sense. 'Cause
Oh no.
We're fucked. Unless they roll a 3.
It makes thematic sense because, you know, like Amnestria is fucking exhausted, but at the same time,
But at the same time, fuck.
what the fuck, dice?
What the fuck? I mean, you guys rolled a lot of nat 20s, so let's be honest. Right?
They've rolled a lot of nat
Yep.
20s. You should be more
Yeah.
specific.
All right, give me a second to put people on the board here. Amnestria is there.
The good news is I'm no longer disadvantaged on attack and shit, so...
Well, there you go.
That is
There.
good.
Silver lining.
Like 2 seconds.
And Moynot is there. Chances are we're probably not going to get to the end of this combat. I can just tell you that for certain, because this is the longest one. So,
Depends
you
on
know
how
what?
many-
Let's put a pin in this combat and let's switch over to Louisa.
Good plan.
Of course.
We're going to put a pin in that combat. We'll pick up for that next time. Louisa. So meanwhile, back in the caverns.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Back at the Hall of Justice.
I did have one question, actually, Matt.
Yes.
Amnestria would know they're going in the right direction, right?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Amnestria would know that they are going in the right direction?
I think so, yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure that she's, like, guiding Moynot that we're going the right way. That's all.
That does seem to be the case, yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, we're going to flip to Louisa. Louisa, I think that the door unlocks. This is, of course, the same time period. The door unlocks. Your lovely little kobold friend, who is sort of guiding the way. He says, "It's a good thing that you got those goggles, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to see shit in here."
You are not wrong.
Anyway, I assume that this little alcove over there,
And he points down a long cavernous hallway, full of stalactites and sort of strange misshapen rock, to a small chamber.
I assume that's where your material possessions are as well.
I don't know. I was pretty in bad shape when they brought me in, so I don't know where they took my things, but is that where they took your book and amulet?
I believe so. I don't have any real way of knowing, to be perfectly honest, but I mean, if not there, then we'll just have to search around, shan't we?
Well, here's the thing. If you can find my bag, I have something that will help me be quite a bit more stealthy than I have managed to be. Did you just go invisible?
No. Why?
I saw you.
You can't see me anymore?
No, when he came over.
Oh.
Can you do that again?
Certainly.
And you watch as, through your goggles,
Mm-hmm.
The the little kobold that could, shall we call him,
Yep.
disappears entirely from your view.
Great. That's so good. All right. Why don't you sneak down there? Since you're invisible, I'll stay here in case I need to distract again. You find what you can and you bring it back here.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
And you just hear sort of padding footsteps walking away from you down towards that chamber.
Okay. Louisa goes back and like assumes her position on the cross
post.
thingy.
Yep.
Yep. And just waits to need to bring out Dementlu Karen. So
I'm pretty sure everyone in Dementlu is a Karen.
yes.
90% Karen, 10% Ken. And
Yeah, exactly.
totally fair.
But where are the horses?
Everyone has
Even the horses are Karens.
Yes.
They all have the hairstyle.
So Migmin comes back.
Okay.
Sorry, not Migmin, Migwin. Migwin comes back. Sorry, too many Mikmick, Migwin.
Yep.
That can be only
There can
one.
only be-
Yeah, exactly. They will eventually find each other and fight. But they'll fight. Migwin, you hear him sort of rummaging around. Occasionally you hear clink.
It's not that lost.
I've lost my count, so I guess I'm going to have to start at the top. 99 bottles of beer on the wall.
From down the hallway you hear
Can you count? I lost count. So, 89 bottles of beer on the wall.
Like that this song exists across universes.
I like to think that if there was anything that
it exists in all
traversed,
It's that and
earworm.
the wheels on the cart go
Yeah.
round and
Oh, God,
round,
please.
round and round,
Yeah.
round and round.
Yeah.
Aneurysm just listening to it. I think eventually you do hear
Yes! Yes!
and then tap 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 as the gate opens.
La la la, 89 bottles of beer on the wall. Yeah.
That was dreadfully loud.
And then tap 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 comes over to you and then whoop. Migwin appears in front of you.
What did you find?
Well, I've got good news.
And you see in his arms are several things. Number one, he has definitely brought over Go Fuck You 2.
He says, I don't know why they would bring a broom and put them in that room, but here, I assume it's some kind of cleaning materials.
Yeah, drops it on the ground.
She holds go fuck yourself too. It's like,
It's just a
all
broom.
right, baby. No one understands like I do.
And the broom you rode it on.
What else were you missing, Louisa, beyond the broom? Because I want to sort of take account of that. See if you actually can find that material.
So what I still had on me was Go Fuck Yourself 2. I had Blood Drinker's Backbone.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he probably drops that too. He's like,
I don't know why this bone was
Okay.
there. It's very strange.
drops it on the
All
ground.
right. Blood Drinker's Backbone I've got back. And then she was mostly looking for her backpack that she carries, because in it she has a stealth powder and a strength potion.
Cool, yeah, I think he
boo-
does.
And her booze jug from Mikmick, don't forget.
Yeah, and her booze jug.
I think he actually
Yeah, and all of
wears
her like flasks.
the oversized backpack on his back, which looks like, it looks like, in a way, it looks like one of those creatures from Labyrinth where he's absolutely
Yeah.
laden down.
Yeah.
He's like, this thing is absolutely, ugh. His neck cracks as he drops it off of one shoulder. This thing is terribly heavy.
Yes.
Drops it on the ground next to you.
All right, great. So she'll go through it just to kind of make sure that she's
Nothing was taken. Nothing was taken. Everything is was there before as yours.
Okay, great. So she pulls out the stealth pattern and she says,
This will help me immensely, but only for 5 minutes. So we need to... You've been digging through the walls. Have you broken through to any other, tunnel system or anything? Because caves are often interconnected underground.
That is very true. No, I have not. If I had, I certainly would have left this place and not gone in the opposite direction.
Right.
78 bottles of beer on the wall.
78 bottles. I shouldn't be singing. Sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. It's a very catchy tune. I apologize.
Yes, no, it's great. It's perfect for... All right. So if they're not interconnected, what was your plan? What were you trying to get to?
Honestly,
did you find your book?
I did find my book. Look.
And he shows you a very interesting blue book
Mm-hmm.
with leaves on it that are hand-drawn gold leaves on a sort of a cardboard blue book made out of some kind of a strange woodish cardboard, he says. And on the front of it, it says Migwin's book, written in what seems to be chalk or charcoal.
Is this your spell?
Oh, yes, my spell book. Look.
And he opens the book, and there are sort of stuck inside the covers pages of vellum or parchment, or whatever you want to call it, stuck in with some kind of a gum or sap, and written on several of the pages in common are names of spells, such as Lightning Bolt and Fireball and Finger of Death.
Oh, I absolutely fucking need this book.
And
Love that spell.
Disintegrate and Power Word Kill and Wish.
Okay.
These are my spells. I have written every single one of them in my book. Very powerful spellcaster I am.
Can I do an insight check on him in this moment? Can he actually cast these spells?
You can make an insight check.
Okay. Come on. 16.
I mean, he seems to be implying that he tells the truth.
Okay.
And he's now wearing around his neck a very pretty greenish bauble.
That's his amulet.
It seems to be, yeah. He wasn't wearing it before.
Do I recognize any of the iconography on it, or does it look homemade?
There is no iconography on it. It is
Okay.
simply a green crystal bauble.
Okay.
Do you have anything in the realm of... These spells are amazing, don't get me wrong. Do you have anything in the realm of, teleportation? Something that would get us out of here?
Yes.
Yes, I can. And he sort of leafs through the book.
And he says, I think this says teleport.
And he points to a page. It does not say teleport.
What does it say?
It says teleporto.
I believe with my skills as a renowned wizard, I will be able to teleport us all out of here. Now hold on to my hand.
He holds up his little
Hold
scaled
on,
hand.
that doesn't say teleport.
Why?
What?
Because there's no O at the end of teleport, so I'm just wondering if we do this spell, what might happen?
I mean, I'll be honest with you, I've never really tried it. I've written it down, though, so it has to work. Right?
No, that's great. Maybe I just need to spell check it.
Spell check. a little paperclip appears out of nowhere and says, "Hey, can I help you?"
May I? May I?
Oh, yes, please, by all means.
He hands the book over to you.
Great. And Louisa just wants to proofread the spell.
Yeah. It's written in common. And it's just made up fucking words. Nothing is magical on this page. It's literally just written in charcoal. It says like ipso facto habeas corpus imsims teleporto
Lorem
aweus.
ipsum
Yeah, lorem
dulcet
ipsum.
est.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have got my fucking hopes up.
All right. Well, he does have some magic in this book somewhere. Is it worth it to just try and see what happens? Maybe his magic works differently. Can you do it quietly?
Of course, I can do it without even speaking. That's how good of a wizard I am.
Oh, this seems... Let's go back to the... You said you had wish?
Oh,
I
yes.
flip back to wish.
Yeah, you flip
Can
it to
I read
wish.
what's-
It's
Can I read
spelled.
what's under wish?
Yeah, it's spelled WISSSSSSSSH.
Oh, fucking hell.
Wish. That's how it's pronounced in the human tongue, yes?
Wish, yes.
Wish.
No. Wish. Wish.
Wish.
Wish. Wish.
I don't understand.
You see his like muzzle trying to form the word. He's like whis.
What other languages do kobolds speak?
Great question.
Draconic.
Make a. Oh, they definitely. You would probably know they speak Draconic.
Oh, Draconic. Okay.
She's like, you're fucking Draconic.
I was hoping it was Primordial because I've got Primordial, but all right. And I was hoping that it was maybe an English as a second language thing that we could that we could work around. But
Common as a second language.
Yeah,
so.
common as a second language.
All right.
Yes.
Nick. The mighty. The mightiest.
Migwin the Mighty, yes, that's what they called me.
That's right. You've never cast a spell out of this book.
No, I certainly have.
You have. Which ones have you actually cast?
Well, I mean, usually I'll just think about it. And, because, I've memorized much of the words in the book. I don't actually have to read it. Wizards don't have to read. They just remember the spell and then they just cast it, right? And this thing glows and then, boom, spell happens. It just doesn't always have the same effect as what I'm, hoping that it will. All the time.
And what tends to happen whenever you
67 bottles of beer on the wall.
Beer.
67 bottles of beer.
I don't know why I keep singing about apologies.
So what tends to happen whenever you do your spells?
Well, it depends how much oomph I put into it, to be perfectly honest.
All right.
I have cast very, very powerful spells. I
Sure.
will be honest. I have brought unintentionally. I have brought the living back from the dead.
Amazing.
Yes, wizards do that all the time, don't they?
Do wizards bring people, or is that more of a cleric thing?
Make an Arcana check.
I mean, necromancers bring people back from the dead in a way.
17 Arcana.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really hear of wizards bringing people back from the dead often. There are opportunities for do so, but it definitely seems like more of a divine magic kind of thing.
All right. Migwin, I think we might have a bit of a branding issue.
Branding. I don't brand anyone. That's very, very uncouth.
Yes, no, I mean more of a representation. Like, it seems to me from what you're describing that wizards have to learn their magic, but it seems to me as if your magic just is innate from within you. And so
sort of looks at you sideways. He's like, I don't understand.
Well, see, this, and she points at the book. This is almost there. I think if we got you a good editor, well, it'd be amazing. But I think there's possibly a reason as to why your 87 bottles of beer on the wall. 87. Oh, I've gone the wrong direction. Oh well.
That's
I lost count.
I wasn't even
count
counting
again.
in the first place.
But I think that well, we can try it. It's just maybe. Are you fully rested at the moment? Because I'm not.
I mean, I had quite a horrible sleep, but it was sleep.
All right.
So, because we're still in the night before, right?
I would say it's more like the day of.
Oh, it's the day of.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah,
I don't. Did I get a long rest
Uh,
before he came through?
Yeah, I would say you did get a long rest. Yeah, so you're back.
Okay, great.
You're back up to snuff.
And my hit point maximum goes back to
up.
normal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great.
And you
So-
get half your hit dice back.
Damn straight.
Yes, which is so when I have 11 hit dice, is that 5 or 6?
5.
Rounding down. Always rounding down.
Okay, got it. All right, so let me. All right, well, if we're at and do I have temporary hit points for some reason? Have those gone away?
Yeah,
Did
they
that-
should have gone away.
Okay, those have gone
That
away.
might have been from aid.
I think
Sure.
it was for me, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No problem. Okay, just wanting to make sure that.
All right. If I'm at full power, I have these things. Tell you what. Here's what we'll do. I have no way of do you have sending?
Send what?
Can you send messages to other people?
I mean, like talking?
Like far away.
Oh, far
No.
away.
Like they're miles away. Because I have friends that are coming.
No, I do not. I've never done
Okay.
that before now.
All right. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to put this stealth powder on. You're going to cast your best chance at getting us out of here.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you've done that and we've landed, you go invisible, and then we both hide and try to get the hell out of Dodge. I think that's the best plan.
Right. Sounds good.
Does that sound all right?
So
to you?
we're not going to teleport then, yes?
Well, see, here's the thing. We can try to teleport. And
Wonderful.
we'll see what happens. And we're going to cross all of our fingers, all of our toes, all of our tongues, everything that we've got.
Sounds quite difficult. But anyway,
I'll handle the crossing of things.
that's yes. I will attempt that then. Yes.
All right. Yes.
May I?
Hold on.
Oh,
Hold
yes.
on.
Yes.
Just one moment, though,
Yes.
because I want to be able to hide on the other end of this.
So first of all, Louisa is going to dig through the backpack. She's going to take out her alchemy jug. She's going to do the thing where you like hook it with your finger and then balance it on your arm, and is just gonna like take like 8 swigs of wine before we do this, because this could be a colossally stupid idea, but I don't have better ones at the moment. And then after she takes that, she's gonna stuff that in her backpack. She's gonna Deadpool up with both of her weapons. she's gonna take the stealth powder. She's gonna rub it on the bottom of both of her feet, which is how you apply this. She's going to grab Migwig's hand
Migwin.
and just say,
That's right.
Migwin's hand, and she's going to say,
All right. Do your best. And as soon as we get wherever we're going, hide and run.
Should we run and hide?
Okay. So,
And thank you.
Cannot
If I don't
wait
get a
see
chance
what
to say
happens
it,
right now.
if I don't get a chance to say it later, thank you. I hope we'll always be friends.
Sounds a little depressing. But that's quite all
My
right.
life is a little depressing.
Yeah.
It's all right. I'm getting used to it. But that's another story for another time. All right, shall we?
Yes. All right.
And then he touches your arm and closes his eyes, and the book sort of opens naturally, and there is a gust of wind that sort of swirls around Migwin. And then when he opens his eyes, there is a gleaming golden light that emanates from nothing. And it stands as it apparates into a sort of humanoid-like shape with a long muzzle-like snout and wings, like bat-like wings.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks at Migwin and it says, "Oh shit, Migwin, why are you asking me to come here again?" And Migwin looks at this creature, or thing, or golden apparition of whatever it is. And he says, I thought you were just a dream. And the creature looks at Migwin and says, "Ah, you silly fool." Looks over at you, Louisa, and says, "Well, you're in a bit of a mess, aren't you?"
Yes, can you help us get out?
Well, it's going to take a little bit of divine intervention on my part. Migwin, looks at this thing like, "What are you? Who are you?"
Lovely angel.
Oh, of a sort. Migwin doesn't really remember me that much because, first time this happened, he lost much of his memory. It's difficult being a... And he sort of puts one hand to the side of his mouth and says, "Hard being my cleric, after all." Ingrid says, "What did she say?" "Keep it between you and me." This creature looking at you, Louisa.
And,
Listen, I don't have a lot of time.
no, I understand, but we're in quite a bit of trouble. They want to take my heart. Any help you can offer?
That would be terribly, terribly painful. And wasteful.
I'm not looking forward to it, that's for sure.
Well, this is once in a very, very long time type deal for Migwin. Looks down over at him. Isn't that right, little buddy?
I don't even understand what's happening.
That's, I think, for the best. This golden-skinned creature points at the wall, and it disappears entirely. You guys watch as sunlight streams in through this massive hole in the wall that has literally been torn asunder by the powers of this creature, or being, or God, or whatever you want to call it. I think that's the way out.
Who do I owe my thanks to?
I'm sure we'll meet again. And then in golden effervescence, it disappears.
I don't know what just happened.
Migwin, we're going to lock this door again. And she relocks the cell door and grabs Migwin by the hand and runs.
And the two of you run for the golden light.
Yeah.
And that's where we're going to stop for tonight.
What a fucking twist, Matt.
Surprise!
Oh
God.
Listen, sometimes you don't know what you can do. You do it real well.
So we're keeping him, right?
I mean, if you want to keep him, that's cool.
I think keeping
Bernie
you
needs a
right?
friend. Bernie needs a misguided cleric friend.
I mean, someone to teach Birdie magic. Actually, that sounds like a terrible fucking idea. It's no worse than Jenny trying to teach her magic, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I think
Oh,
it's
man.
better than Jenny trying to teach her magic.
I really hope Moynat decides to call again at some
too.
point.
When we're done getting attacked by apes,
Yeah.
Down the sunroof.
Moynat
Yeah.
was kind of planning to call once we found the outside of the tower, was sort of her plan.
Totally fair.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sorry I haven't called, man. I'm just really busy. Like,
No, I totally understand, and I've been kind of distant lately, and it's not anybody's fault. It's just
exactly. It's just like life, man.
it's totally crazy. I've been going through so much, and I'm sure you
I
have
know.
too.
Giant, like, killer flowers, killer
Oh
ape
God!
It's a lot of
sloth
stuff.
things with
This is way more
multiple
than 25
arms.
words you do.
Yeah.
I know.
So when we
I have a very bad track record
I
being
know.
attacked by multi-armed creatures, so this may not go well for Moynat.
bad stuff, multi-arms, lots of
It's just more arms to rip your arms
At least
off.
they're not Starspawn this time, but
yeah. That whole man, I remember those.
I'm sure we'll be fine.
That
the
was-
Starspawn that killed me like twice in one fight.
Yeah, that was pretty rough.
That
But
was awful.
we don't talk about Bruno at all.
No.
No.
No. On this channel, it's we don't talk about Bravo.
Bravo.
But what we will talk about, wow, I'm so smooth with those segues, is you guys. You guys who are amazing players and where you can be found on the internet. Let's start with Megan playing the semi-confined Louisa, who has made her new bestie, at least until she turns into a werewolf and eats him. For now.
No.
Yeah. That's me. You can find me at Megan Lenapp on Instagram, where I just posted the lovely art that was gifted to me by Maeve. Thank you, Maeve. By a wonderful artist named Taka-chan, who you can find on Twitter under that handle. So please go check them out and all of their art. They also did the art that you normally see at the break. And I love it, and it's amazing, and thank you, and I cannot wait for our next session when we figure out what the hell's going on.
At the end of every session, though.
A little bit.
Each time you
little
come
bit.
a little bit closer to what the hell is going on, which is great to hear.
Yeah. Also, one more thing to plug. Escape from New York, Thursday,
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
April 18th. Me, Matt, Sarah, Pat, Marcus, be there. Yeah!
Damn straight. Thank you, Megan. Moving down to Maeve. Maeve, where can people find you on the internet?
Hi, I'm Maeve. You can find me here on our wonderful Discord. You can also find me over the Maids Freight server. You can also find me on Twitter, which I will never call X, and I will say that every single fucking time I happen to bring that up, under Maeve Climber. I do art. I really should post more art. I really should draw more art.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, I really should. But you know how that goes.
I do. Trust
You
me,
should
I
get
know
a
all
job
about
that
art.
doesn't drain you at the end of every day.
Exactly. Wow. He speaks the truth. He speaks the truth.
I mean, I just stare at a screen all the time because I work from home, and quite frankly, doing it in my free time, aside from doing this sort of thing, is really hard.
Yeah, I'm
So-
with you.
I feel that.
Thank you, Maeve. Much appreciated. And then over to our friend across the seas. And that is our buddy
Like literally.
Red Platinum. Red, where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me at most social media websites, but I don't post. I've got a profile there, but I don't post, so good luck trying to find me. You'll most likely find me on Steam, where I'm playing games when I'm not playing games. Or on our Discord, which I'm assuming, yep, this looks like Amnestria already posted it,
Indeed.
and where I think about how I can nerf my character even more.
Yep.
Really
And
does
next
like
week-
nerfing
Yep.
it.
It really does, though.
Just gives them a
That's
place
right.
to reach for, right? If you're always
Yeah.
going up, you'll never look down. But if you're always going down, you're going to be always constantly looking up. Think about it like that, guys.
Which is why I'm always excited when I roll in that one.
He's like the
Yeah.
Plinko guy and freaking.
And next week I'm bringing back Mass Effect
Oh, yeah.
5e.
Nice.
Oh, hi, I'll be there.
Yes,
Nice.
with Maeve and Miss Deadite, which you've seen on this stream before, and a new guy coming in. And apparently it's going to be a party full of redheads. So I'm
Love
okay
it.
with that.
It's an adult male redhead, an adult female redhead, and a teenager who just got her license. Although not really.
Redhead.
So, yeah.
So this is Oops
Love
All
it.
Werewolves, and that's Oops All Redheads? Okay.
Yeah.
Basically.
I
I think there's a
it's
Garth
mainly
Brooks
the
song
series.
for that.
Figures. All right, that's fine. Thank you, Red Platinum. And then moving up, finally to Sarah. Where can you be found Where can you be found?
Where could you find me? I exist on the interwebs as Lovely Llama on the social media platform of your choice, whether or not I've posted anything recently. And at 5'2", I'm always looking up, especially when I'm standing next to Matt, who is tall.
That is pretty cool.
And you can also find me on our Discord and here on Slices and Dices for all kinds of games. This Sunday, I'll be here for Blade Runner. I think that's what's
correct.
this Sunday.
The 14th.
Okay. I was like, I know I have
yep.
something on Sunday.
Yep.
Yeah, so this Sunday, Blade Runner. Next week, Thursday, for Escape from New York. And bop it around in Call of Cthulhu, and whenever we get our new Aliens game up, and yeah. I'm just here dissociating into all sorts of different parts of my personality on a regular basis. Come on.
It's very healthy. It's very healthy to do that. 100%.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Aliens is a brewing. People have been asking me about that. When's the Building Better Worlds campaign? We are partnering with a great many cool people to do cool things with that campaign.
Nice.
And I don't want to half-ass it. I want to full ass it. I want to
Yes. I want to double ass it.
I want to whole ass that campaign. So we're gonna work.
How many
with,
asses are gonna die? Is that how many asses?
Probably most of us.
a lot.
All of
Listen,
them.
that
Except for me, because so far I've survived every campaign I've been in.
don't challenge me.
What are you
Don't
talking
challenge
about?
me,
You literally
Maeve.
died in Alien.
I mean, but
Died in the last Alien campaign.
I did. That was a mulligan. I survived with the crazy man with no pants.
That was a mulligan.
That was a mulligan. Okay, fine.
No, I know.
I mean, I survived Colonial Marines with my secondary characters,
That's
so
true.
there you go.
You did. All right. Well, folks, hi. To finish off the night, my name is Matt. I'm the guy who kind of knows what the hell is going on here, although most of the time I don't. But I help to really just bring out the best in RPG content that I know we can from all of you folks. From me, from Sarah, from Red, from Maeve, from Megan, from all of the other awesome players and GMs here on our channel. I just love to see everybody work together collaboratively and tell awesome stories. That's my goal. That's my mission statement for this shit. So we're just keep on keeping on until y'all can't stand the sight of us anymore. At which point,
Never gonna happen. You love us.
yeah. So Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Let's just keep on keeping on. You can keep on keeping on also with our awesome sponsors, who you've seen ads about tonight, and if you haven't, check them out. They're in the doobly-doo below. In YouTube, that's Monument Studios for their amazing music and sound. That is Chipaku Maps for their gargantuanly cool maps, which you can use in lots of different types of role-playing games, and just their art is just amazing. And of course, Into the AM, which their clothing. Oh, I love you. I love you,
They're
sir.
so
They're
comfy.
so goddamn
So
comfortable.
comfy.
I just put it over my
Do
face.
it. They're amazing.
Yeah. No, their shirts never shrink, and they're so comfy and soft, and they just
Gotta get 'em to make a slices
their
and dices.
designs are so fucking dope. Like their
They are very
designs are
cool.
so goddamn cool. They're worth every penny, and I'm so glad that we've partnered with them. And if you check out our links, you get some discounts on all of the cool stuff that we've mentioned thus far. That's it for tonight, folks. Check us out, as all of our guests have mentioned, the other games that are being played here this week and next week and the rest of the month of April. But until we see each other again, folks, remember, take care of each other, but don't forget to take care of yourselves.
Of Mikmick.
No, of Mikmick. Yes, definitely take care of Mikmick. For God's sake. If he dies, we riot.
I'm gonna try. I promise I'm gonna try.
Oh.
Purple cobalt.
He's the goat. All right. Good night, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see each other soon. Bye.
Bye.